Network, presented by Progressive. It is baseball time in Texas.
It had been a long wait, 24 seasons. But in 1996, everything changed.
That 96 team was definitely a special one.
Everybody wanted to see each other succeed, and when we all went out and did our jobs, we were good together.
Swung on and hit deep. Spears double home the leg. Oh, doctor!
The summer was electric.
This is a rocket.
The ballpark's going crazy. Gonzalez has cleaned the ball.
Fans got into it. They always got the towels going, and it was amazing to see.
The ballpark in Arlington was packed. Fans believed.
There was an energy and a buzz in the air. It was something that was palpable.
Loved going out there and playing.
Here's a drive by McLemore at the wall. Kiss it goodbye.
Players believed.
We had a good feeling we were going to win each game.
Here comes Esther around third, heading home. The throw by Baerga, the dive. He's safe. The Rangers win. The Rangers win.
For the first time, the American League West championship pennant flew in Arlington.
The Rangers are the American League Western Division champions, the first time in 25 years.
And Texas team played in the postseason.
We ran on the field for the first playoff game, getting a standing ovation. I'm getting chills now.
They changed Rangers baseball forever.
Played for a long time, been on a lot of teams. That was definitely a special team. Everybody was able to bring it every day.
Tonight, we honor the 1996 Texas Rangers 30 years after they made us believers.
Such a special year for so many. A part of the Rangers organization. The first time the team ever made the postseason, and the Angels are kind of a part of that special clinch night because the Rangers and Angels played a 15-inning ball game that evening. The Rangers clinched because of an Athletics win over the Mariners. The Rangers won the AL West for the first time, and they couldn't have done it without the guy in between me and Elvis. Hall of Famer, the legend. His number 7 is retired. Here in this ballpark amongst this organization for a reason. It is Pudge Rodriguez. Pudge, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it to be here.
Now, Pudge, Elvis was saying before that 96, 98, 99, not as impressive as when he helped lead the Rangers to the playoffs. What do you have to say about that?
Well, you know, I go a long way with this guy, man. He's unbelievable. Great man, great friend, always. We stay in contact all the time, but I love him, man. The way that he plays when he came into the league and show us what he can do on the field, it was amazing. So I mean, it was always nice to see him.
No, you know that was not true. I did not say that. I did not say that.
He's like, in '96 was Pudge the MVP? I was like, no, it was one. He's like, no, Pudge.
I don't like that year. I like when you were the MVP.
Yeah.
Hey, how special is it for that team and that group to be recognized and celebrated? How much have you enjoyed getting to come back together with some of your teammates?
Well, first of all, it's hard to see 30 years already since we making the playoff in '96. But I remember that team in '96 was an unbelievable team, starting in the clubhouse, starting in spring training, and the group that we have back in the day was tremendous. You see the names, the was on the team, the Will Clarks, Kevin Elsters, Ken Hill, all those guys came in and we changed the organization. You know, we have to give the credit to Tom Schiefer and Bob Melvin that they changed the whole chemistry of the team and they brought all these guys and the team was history after that.
So I have a question, Pudge. So guide us today. What is the best part of reunited with all of your teammates, or the guys that are here? Because we know probably Juan is not here, but the rest of the guys that are here, Mac and Rusty, like what is the best part of getting that group back together?
The stories from the past. Yesterday we have a luncheon here at the Lowe's, and we have some Q&As, and Eric Nadel asking some questions about all of us, when we, the things that we do off the field, in the clubhouse, and on the, on the field, it was amazing. We have a great time last night, and it's always good to see all of them. Obviously we changed a lot. Obviously we are not the same people, but the story is always still the same, and we have a great time yesterday.
That's awesome.
What do you remember about the night you guys clinched and the emotions of getting to do something that this organization had never done? And it was also a unique night because you guys had to wait 15 innings to actually get to celebrate, right?
Absolutely, yeah. It was great. It was a long night. It was a long night. Actually, it was across the street over here at the old ballpark. But we wait, and we finished. We ended up winning the division and went to the playoff and facing the Yankees. When that happens, we have a blast. We celebrate. We did great. We didn't want it to celebrate the way that we end up, because we lose in the game that night. But we wanted to end up winning, but we had to wait for 15 innings, almost past 12 o'clock, almost 1 o'clock. We celebrate, but the great thing was that the whole fans stay on the ballpark and celebrate with us.
Yeah, and talking about that, because I was part in 2010, and I was able to live that, right? Because I think we have the best fans, in the whole MLB. So how excited you are coming back here with that group. And, we have, a streak away from the old ballpark, but being able to enjoy and kind of bring all those memories back with the fans now. And a bunch of them were there, too.
Absolutely, sitting with them and talking about them and being here. We already in the back. We already see each other today, and we having a great time like yesterday, talking more stories, more things, and be able to be here in this beautiful ballpark and have ourselves to come out and back to the fans again and see us in a different way. It's always nice to see that.
Pudge, I want to see how good your memory is. All right, we're going to go to our trivia question for tonight. It's brought to you by Yellowwood, and we simply want to know, how many people can you name from the starting lineup in Game 1 of the 1996 ALDS, the first ever playoff game in franchise history? How many of the 10, if we include the starting pitcher, can you name? You can name one, right? We know one. That's you.
You got me on that. That's 30 years ago.
You're okay. Who's the pitcher?
It'll be a hard one.
Who's the pitcher?
Can you give me a help?
Who's the pitcher?
The first pitcher was
traded for him in the middle of the year.
Yes.
John
Burkett.
Okay.
John Burkett.
Who is your your Puerto Rican running mate in the lineup?
Juan Gonzalez.
Okay, he was in there.
Okay. Juan Gonzalez, Kevin Elster, obviously Mike Lamore, Greer, Rojo, Rusty. My God, it's 30 years.
Doctor Defense. Did you say Matt?
Yeah, Matt.
Okay.
Matt.
Center fielder.
Hamilton.
Daryl Hamilton.
Mickey Tettleton.
Mickey Tettleton.
Go.
See,
he's
you
back.
got it.
He's back. He's back.
Third baseman.
Dino.
There you go.
Dean
Palmer.
Dean Palmer.
Yeah, I think you got it.
Dean Palmer. Will Clark.
Will Clark.
I
think you got
Obviously me.
You nailed it. There you go.
That's all you need right there.
Yeah.
Right field. Well, Juan Gonzalez, right field. No.
You got it.
Gonzalez.
I think you got
That's it. That's it.
You got it.
Left field.
Well, who's the DH?
Rusty, right?
No, Mickey. Mickey's
Mickey's the DH. Rusty was in left.
Left field.
Yeah, there you go.
Well,
all right.
Thank you. On behalf of all of the team that came after you guys, I want to say thank you because, no, it's true. I'm for real. The way we play and the DNA that we had as Texas Ranger is because of you guys and that year and the following year. So thank you very much. Because you make us feel that we can hit 1,000 home runs. I did it. I never did it, but the rest of the guys did. But it's because of you guys. You guys set the tone for us. So thank you very much.
We did our best to make you guys a lot better. Obviously, we was there for you guys for anything you guys need, and you guys was when you guys came in was more than welcome to the ball club, and by the way, was great players.
Great players,
So
for sure.
make our job more easy. But this guy was a little doing things at the time, but we had to control him a little bit. But
Pudge,
he's a great guy.
enjoy the celebration. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you, brother.
Hall of Famer Pudge Rodriguez as we celebrate the 1996 Rangers.
Rangers Game Day on RSN is presented by Yellowwood brand pressure treated pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Want to pitch like Paul Skeens?
Holy smoke. Operative word is smoke.
Or hit like this guy? Learn how to play like the pros from the pros themselves.
The secret ingredient, a whole lot of fun.
Play ball all season long, only on MLB Network.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Join Matt Yatloff and Greg Caserta on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer. MLB Big Inning. All season.
They asked me, with or without? You with the crew?
You from the D?
Where'd you go to high school?
Your dad put you in brown and gold.
You see Skins go?
You get your Dodger dog?
You take the 7? Siempre 305?
You see Big Dumper 60th?
Do you see him put Vladdy in the jacket?
You here for 17 and 22?
Where were you in 16?
Where were you in 23?
How about 40-70?
You see Judge's 62?
Shohei's 50-50.
Think you can beat the freeze?
But they never ask who my team is. They don't have to. It's right here. Cut from the city. Visit MLBshop.com.
Well, back at Globe Life Field, the Rangers and the Angels playing the second game of a 3-game series after the Rangers walked the Angels off last night, celebrating the 1996 Rangers all weekend, including tonight as they're currently introducing members of the 1996 Rangers team on the field. And right now they just introduced John Burkett, who's the first ever winning pitcher for a Ranger in a playoff game. And John Burkett was a big midseason acquisition for Texas as we bring in Eric Nadel to join Elvis and I to discuss the 1996 Rangers. Eric, first of all, how special is it for you to just take all of this in, remembering 96 and getting to celebrate that season, not just tonight, but this weekend?
It's fantastic. I mean, it was so many years waiting to actually have a playoff game here and to have this bunch of guys do it. You know, they were really close-knit. We were all a big family back then. We had an awful lot of fun, and that team could really score a lot of runs. It was a different era in baseball where the average score in the American League was 6-5 that year. Rangers averaged about 5.5 runs per game. Their earned run average was high, but the pitching was good enough with the offense and the fielding that they had. It was really a fun team to watch. Just a shame what happened in the playoffs against the Yankees.
Hey, Eric, I have a question because I know you have a way better memory than I do. How special was Juan Gonzalez that year that he won the MVP?
It was incredible. You know, he had 70 RBIs at the All-Star break, Elvis, and somehow he didn't make the All-Star team. He wound up with 144 runs batted in. He didn't lead the league. Albert Bell, I think, had 148, and Albert led the league. But Juan was incredible. And then in the playoff series against the Yankees, Juan hit a home run in each of the 4 games, a total of 5 home runs. In one of the games here, he hit a ball down the left field line that looked like it was going to be a home run, and it actually hooked foul at the last second. They actually shot off the fireworks because they thought it was a home run. Juan had to go back to home plate. The ball was foul, and on the next pitch, he hit a home run. He hit 438 in that series. Unfortunately, Pudge was the only other Ranger hitter to hit over 250 in that series, as the Yankees pitching staff pretty much shut down the Ranger offense, especially the Yankee bullpen, which outpitched the Ranger bullpen in that series.
All right, they just introduced Ken Hill, Eric, and he finished 6th in the AL Cy Young Award voting in the American League that year. Now, Roger Pavick was the only all-star amongst the pitching staff, but Ken Hill was such a big part of that group. What do you remember about the starting pitchers? 5 guys won at least 10 games with the Rangers, and that doesn't include John Burkett, who obviously was acquired in the middle of the season.
Yeah, the Rangers basically had just 6 starting pitchers for the entire year. Kevin Gross was in the rotation until Burkett arrived, and then Gross moved to the bullpen. But Ken Hill was the classic workhorse. He threw 250 innings that year. Imagine that. He had 7 complete games, which is more than, you know, all the teams have now. You know, he took the ball every 5 days. On opening day, he outpitched Roger Clemens. The Rangers went on to win their first 7 games of the season. And Ken Hill was really the guy who set the tone for the entire season. The Rangers had Kenny Rogers the year before. They let Kenny go to free agency, signed Ken Hill basically to replace Kenny. And Ken Hill, as it turned out, was an upgrade over Kenny.
All right, Eric, special weekend. Thanks so much for sharing some memories.
Sure thing. This is a great weekend for me.
Absolutely. Great weekend for so many Rangers fans. The 1996 Rangers, first ever to make the postseason in franchise history. Going out this break with a bang. We'll hear from Skip next.
Rangers Game Day on RSN is presented by Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger with Trajan Wealth. Proud partner of the Texas Rangers. And by Baylor Scott & White Health, the power to live better.
Seconds, guys. Let's have a go.
At MLB Network, we're always on the move because baseball doesn't just travel, it transforms.
This is how we should do a show every day.
And we're there to meet the moment wherever the game goes. Regular season.
Welcome to Cooperstown.
All the stars are out in Atlanta, Georgia.
Postseason.
Can you believe what we just saw?
Whoa!
Every season.
This is unbelievable.
This is MLB Network, the home of baseball.
It's basically you do this. Stealing is when somebody has the ball and they're going to tag the other person and somebody else takes it out of the glove.
If you want to just catch the ball, that's okay. And if you don't want to catch the ball, that's a strikeout.
Because it's fun and you don't have to be good at it, you can just play ball.
The Fabletics Dawn Short is the best move for your golf game. Available in an 8 or 10-inch inseam with water-repellent fabric and 4-way stretch for every swing. Get the Dawn Short for just $10 when you sign up as a new VIP, only at Fabletics.com.
Rangers Game Day on RSN is presented by Yellowwood Brand Pressure Treated Pine. If it doesn't have this yellow tag, you don't want it.
Time now for the answers to our Yellowwood trivia question. Starting lineup from Game 1 of the 96 ALDS. I think Pudge got all of the guys right. He may not in order. Darrell Hamilton was leading it off. Then Pudge, Rusty, Juan, Will Clark, Mickey Tettleton, Dean Palmer, Mark McLemore. And then in the 9th spot, he had 99 RBIs that year. Kevin Elster, and then John Burkett was the starting pitcher. All right, time now to hear from Rangers manager Skip Schumacher as we get you ready for tonight's ball game against the Angels.
Well, Skip, last night you guys snatched victory from the jaws of defeat. How do you characterize that win?
Baseball doesn't make sense sometimes. You know, we were grinding through that whole game. That was a tough offensive game for us as far as the first, 8.5 innings, whatever it is, 9 innings. Just could not get anything going as far as, scoring with runners in scoring position. Had our chances, bases loaded, second and third, infield in, infield back. We just couldn't figure it out. And we're going to have to start doing something, only because we got to give our pitchers some breathing room, like I mentioned a couple days ago. It's hard to win one-run games all the time, and it feels like high leverage every inning for the starter or reliever. But a win's a win. We will take it. It's much easier to celebrate those than thinking about the what-ifs. But, our offense is capable. I think that's the frustrating part, is we have a good offense. They just haven't done it yet lately with runners in scoring position.
Evan Carter's been bunting a lot, and last night a perfect drag bunt. Most of his bunts go to third base. We noticed last night the first baseman was back. How much tougher is it for that left-handed batter to drag the bunt toward first as opposed to pushing one toward third?
It's a timing issue. Hitting's timing. Bunting is also timing. It's called front foot rhythm for me, and that's where it all starts with the bunts. And to get the bat head in a position in the strike zone early enough to, not have the infielders crash, but be able to push it to where you want it to go. Lefty is when you do it, and I think that's what Evan's been working on with JV and with Jankowski every single day. He gets 30 to 50 bunts in every single day, either on the field or in the cage, working on it. And it's really good to see him get something, some production on the bunt side, because it shows that it actually does work. And he gets to, face another lefty here tomorrow, most likely. So that's part of his game. And, you see the next at bat, everybody was in. He hits a double. So it makes the defense think and be more on their toes. And Evan's so fast that it needs to be part of it, and he did a really good job yesterday.
Today it's a righty on the mound for the Angels, and Ryan Johnson. You guys saw him last week. He's been having some success, particularly out of the windup. We noticed that his numbers out of the stretch are not that good. His windup's really funky, herky-jerky. Is that a factor in the success he's had out of the windup, the actual mechanics of his windup?
I don't know anything about the windup, but I do know that the actual throw is herky-jerky, like you said. And again, pitching and hitting is all about rhythm and timing, and you're trying to disrupt the hitter's timing, and he's doing a good job of it. And he was doing that in college at DBU down the street, and he's doing it right now at the big league level, where it's kind of on top of the hitter quicker than what they realize, and it's a lot of cutting and sinking action. So we need to get him up. We need to get him closer to us, not swing out outside the zone like we say. I feel like I'm redundant here, but I say that quite often. But we're going to have to make sure that he fills up the zone for us to put a good swing on it. And I think we have a better idea of what it looks like, having just faced him about a week ago.
One of the hitters mentioned to me that he was going to use the Traject machine to help prepare for Ryan Johnson. What exactly is the Traject machine? What does it do?
Yeah, our whole starting lineup uses it pretty much every single day. It's a machine down in the cage that mimics exactly the pitch characteristic of the pitcher we're about to face. Our pinch hitters use it every day before they come in, and it's an actual image and motion of the pitcher, almost like a video game, and it comes out of this kind of hole in the screen of the exact same slot where the pitcher would throw it. I mean, it's an unbelievable tool that our guys have come to really like. It's in every big league stadium now, and it's well worth it. I wish I had it when I played.
And that's today's Skip Schumacher Show.
All right, there you go. That's Skip with Eric Nadel. Rangers and Angels, second game of a 3-game series. Elvis, key to tonight's game.
Yeah, I think the key is going to be Cody Bradford. I think he needs to come today. I mean, he's done it in his 3 starts. giving the guys 3 to 5 good innings where the offense can let go. But I think Carter is very special too. If he gets on base, he pretty much scores every time he gets on base. So I think Bradford and my boy is going to be the key for today.
All right, well, the Rangers are facing Ryan Johnson for the second time in a small stretch. We'll see what sort of adjustments they make. It was not an offensive demonstration last night. The Rangers had chances, unable to get that big timely hit. We'll see if they can do that tonight, and hopefully Cody Bradford can do more of what he's been doing since coming off the IL. It's Cody Bradford on the mound for the Rangers. Ryan Johnson going for the Angels. Rangers with a chance to win a series as we continue to celebrate the 1996 Texas Rangers team. Hey, they made the playoffs. The 2026 Rangers trying to do the same. A win tonight would certainly help their chances. Rangers Angels coming up next.
This is the challenge to all the guys who need to lose weight. Go on Row. Row makes losing weight with GLP-1 simpler. With the new GLP-1 pills, losing weight is more affordable than ever. Whether you prefer insurance, cash pay, injection, or pill, there's an option for everyone. I'm Charles Barkley, and I've lost 45 pounds in 7 months on Row. Don't be a dummy. Go on Row. That should be a great commercial.
For years, I was hiding my drinking. I'm the type of drinker that I don't just have one. I didn't want to feel that urge anymore. That's what brought me to War Health. I'm a better dad. I'm a better husband. I just have a more grounded and present life, thanks to War Health.
Text TV5 to 710-710 to learn more.
All right, locked in for this meeting. Total focus. Double booked? All good. Otter AI gives meeting notes and insights, even on meetings I can't attend. Dang it, I picked the boring one.
Otter, the AI meeting agent.
What makes Blue Chew Gold the best? Gold combines sildenafil for blood flow with tadalafil for long-lasting results. That's where other ED meds stop. Gold goes further. We added apomorphine to target arousal in the brain, then oxytocin for stronger connection and deeper intimacy. All this combines into one solution that dissolves under your tongue for super fast onset. If you want arousal plus performance, try Blue Chew Gold, the first 4-in-1 treatment for erectile function.
Rangers Sports Network, presented by Cressy. It is baseball time in Texas.
It had been a long wait, 24 seasons. But in 1996, everything changed.
That 96 team was definitely a special one. Everybody wanted to see each other succeed, and when we all went out and did our jobs, we were good together.
Swung on and hit deep. Squirrel's double home volley.
The summer was electric.
This is a rocket. The ballpark's going crazy. Gonzalez has cleaned the ball.
Fans got into it. The O's got the towels going, and it was amazing to see.
The ballpark in Arlington was packed. Fans believed.
There was an energy and a buzz in the air. It was something that was palpable. Loved going out there and playing.
Here's a drive by McLemore at the wall. Kiss it goodbye.
Players believed.
We had a good feeling we were going to win each
heading home. The throw by Mayorga, the dive. He saves. The Rangers win. The Rangers win.
For the first time, the American League West Championship pennant flew in Arlington.
The Rangers are the American League Western Division champions, the first time in 25 years.
And Texas team played in the postseason.
We ran on the field for the first playoff game, getting a standing ovation. I'm getting chills now.
They changed Rangers baseball forever.
Played for a long time, been on a lot of teams. That was definitely a special team. Everybody was able to bring in every game.
Tonight, we honor the 1996 Texas Rangers 30 years after they made us believers.
Oh man, goosebumps today before the ball game as the fellas introduced on the field beforehand. A big celebration today. There it is. Johnny Oates, number 26, hanging in the rafters. We saw the Doctor of Defense, Martin McLemore. Now Rusty, of course, the author of some great moments here. Pudge, the Hall of Famer, the whole crew. Only one guy not wearing a hat. It's our old bud, Dave Valley, going hatless. Rangers baseball tonight, presented by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts. It will be a fun one tonight. We'll continue to reflect on some of the great history of that 96 team. And Murph, they were the guys who kicked the door open.
Oh my gosh. If you are a fan of the game of baseball, moments like this, they take you back. In our Shiner Box Spotlight, we're going to look at some of the highlights. 90 and 72, they were AL West champs. First division title in the franchise history. Playoff berth. AL MVP for Juan Gonzalez. Look at those numbers. Pudge and Roger Pavlik. They were all-star selections from Jeff Russell, Ken Hill, Will Clark, Mark McLemore, Rusty Greer, Mickey Tettleton. Probably a good night to turn back the clock and play like it's 1996.
Well, I like the sounds of that. And we've got a team here going in 2026 who would like to get to the postseason as well. The Comeback Kids with an exciting walk-off win last night. Let's put them in the spotlight with Michelle Montaigne next.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Join Matt Yatloff and Greg Caserta on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer. MLB Big Inning. All season.
From your favorite team,
The Phillies walked it off.
to the league's biggest stars,
Jaw-dropping stuff from Bobby Witt Jr.
Hey, I know that guy. Great player.
stay in the know all season long on Play Ball, only on MLB Network.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
presented by Progressive Insurance. Step up the plate for savings, visit progressive.com. By Amazon, spend less on your kids for back to school. And by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, the official casino and resort of the Texas Rangers. Welcome back to Globe Life Field, where the Rangers have a chance to win their 5th consecutive series at home with a win in Game 2 against the Angels here tonight. They're only in that position because of that thrilling comeback win one night ago, down by a run in the bottom of the 10th inning. It was the top of the order who got the rally started as we relive the glory with our All-State Good Hands replay. Here's a look at the excitement last night. Justin Foscue, with the ghost runner on second, advances the runner to third. Picking up Wyatt Langford down to the final strike of the game. He drives in Carter from third, and this game is all tied up. And then it's the solution. Puts the ball in play, and good things happen when the solution comes to the plate. They win this one 2-1, and with the victory, their 6th walk-off win of the season, they then claim that final AL wildcard playoff spot. As you see, they're 5.5 back of Boston right now. They're 3 games up on 3 different teams in the AL wildcard standings right now. And guys, you know, if they get the win tonight and the Astros drop the game against the A's in Houston, they would move into a tie for first in the AL West as well. It's just that time of the year where the chaos continues.
Seems like every single day there's some type of shuffling going on. So many teams still involved in that wild card race, and of course for the Rangers, they would love to go after the American League West. Well, here's what's on tap for tonight. Cody Bradford, 3 starts this season, go for his 4th, ERA under 3, 4 walks, 10 punch-outs. Opponents hitting .310 against him. Here's the arsenal, mainly 4-seamer and change, 50% and 37%. Slider curve, he'll mix in as well at 7 and 6.
All right, well, he gets the Angels tonight, 51 wins, 78 losses, and their Trajan Wealth lineup, Zach Neto up at the top of things, followed by Mike Trout and Von Grissom. It's Ballesteros, Siri, and Campero called up today in the middle. Guzman, Moore, and Darno, their designated hitter, batting 9th. Ready to go, and Bradford starts us off with strike 1. He begins evening with a changeup. Such a good pitch for him. They got Neto to go after it. Neto, one of those guys, he's up there hacking as a general rule. And strikeouts a big part of the game with him. He does line this one out to left field, and that is down for a base hit. Bangs up against the fence, takes a wonky angle out towards center field, but Neto will have to settle for a leadoff double.
This ends up being a really good recovery. This is a 4-seamer that catches a little bit too much plate. Neto, while he does strike out, he can be dynamic. He's got some good bat speed, and he'll mix in some power. You see the way that the ball hits off the, I guess, the progressive sign out there, shoots towards center field, and Evan Carter does a really good job of recovering and holding Neto to a double.
Well, I'm with you. When that thing took off at that angle, and with Neto and his speed, I thought, uh-oh, that could be a triple, if not more. So it's Mike Trout. You've probably heard of him, and he goes after the first pitch. Popped up, down the first baseline, heading foul. Long run, and too long a run. Berger couldn't quite get there in time. Pretty good effort, though. He covered some ground.
Yeah.
Trout, 236 hitter with 20 home runs. He's met with some struggles recently, but make no mistake, the Rangers respect his work, as they should. He has long been a Rangers killer. 0-2 the count. Trout takes outside this time. And Mike Trout, one of those guys over the years who's had so much damage against the Rangers. 49 career home runs. One guy all time who's had more. That's upstairs. 2-2. The only player in Major League history to hit more home runs against the Texas Rangers. Reggie Jackson, he hit 54. So even that, not a whole lot more. 2-2, no. Neto chased back. But Trout has cooled off recently. 3 hits in his last 26 at-bats. Bradford's 2-2, and that is blooped out towards center. That will drop, base hit. Neto being sent to the plate. Carter up with the ball. His throw cut off, and it's an RBI single for Trout. The Angels 2 batters in. Take a 1-0 lead.
We've got a leadoff ball that's really barreled, and this one is a well-executed pitch. Mike Trout has shown over the years he likes the ball out over the plate, and he likes it down, just kind of mid-range as far as where it is vertically, but it is in on his hands. But if you've watched Mike Trout over the years, you know how strong he is, and even if he gets that ball in on his hands, he just muscles it into center field.
So now he's at first, and Grissom swings and misses at strike 1. Vaughn Grissom playing first base tonight. 247 hitter with 7 homers and 50 RBIs. And he's in a hole 0-2. So Bradford, he got ahead of Trout 0-2. Ahead of Grissom now 0-2. Interesting number there for the Angels. 36 and 27 when scoring first. First blush, you'd say, oh, that's not bad. But you can see 27th in baseball. Normally that first run of the game, a real big indicator of success. Grissom takes strike 3. And there's the first out of the night.
Now here's a changeup that catches Grissom off guard. Usually if you are looking in, you're looking for that fastball, but whatever it was, maybe it was the spin of the changeup in a place that he wasn't looking for it. And it put him in a place where he just didn't swing the bat.
So here's Ballesteros. And Bradford's off the plate with ball 1. Ballesteros doing the catching today. And you see the average at 204 with 6 home runs for their backstop. Not great. Runner goes. Pitches a strike. Throw down to second. Not in time. And that's a stolen base for Trout, his 11th this year.
Well, this just looked like the classic situation of we're going to go first move on a lefty. The second that Cody lifts that leg, Trout goes. Even if he were to pick over, Trout's going to go try to steal a base on that. That's the chance you take sometimes with a left-handed pitcher on the mound.
So now he's in scoring position, the 1-1. And Ballesteros bounces it up the middle. Seager across the bag to get it and throws him out.
Well, with 2 outs here, let's take a look at the Rangers' defense tonight. Typical outfield lineup is Langford, Carter, and Nimmo. Ezekiel Duran will start at third base. Corey Seager at shortstop. Cody Freeman, after an amazing play last night, gets to start at second base again. Jake Berger at first base. Danny Jansen will be the catcher tonight for Cody Bradford.
All right, Jose Siri swings and misses at strike 1. 5th place hitter tonight, average at 255, has 7 home runs. Interesting numbers against lefties. You figure as a right-handed hitter that lefties would be to his advantage, but indeed that's where he's struggled, to the tune of a 200 batting average against lefties.
Yeah, speaking of struggling, I struggle to understand this. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me, the success, the reverse splits.
Well, he lifts this out to center field. That's not going to carry for him. Carter sets up shot, makes the catch. The inning's done. The Angels get the first run of the ballgame, but now it's the Rangers' turn. When we come back, Jock Peterson leads it off. Then Corey Seager and Wyatt Langford. Bradford at least in the first.
Whether you build homes for a living or want the best for your own home, choose siding you're proud to stand by. Hardy Siding is ready to withstand storms, holds its own against heavy winds and debris, and even helps homes stand up to fire, leaving a lasting impression. James Hardy, what the best are made of.
What actually works? I want to understand the choices I'm making. Now I know. Thorn.
Hey, what's up? I'm Tony Hawk, pro skater, and this is my TimberTech story. The deck isn't just part of the backyard, it is the backyard. TimberTech felt like the right choice for a family space because it's durable, it looks good, it's truly functional, and it's low maintenance. The look and the texture of the landmark.
All right, well, the Rangers will look to come from behind today. Our Trajan Wealth lineup. Rangers 64 and 65. Started off with a designated hitter, Jock Peterson, then Corey Seager at shortstop. Wyatt Langford bats third and plays left field. Nemo, Duran, Carter in the middle. It's Berger, Cody Freeman, and Danny Jansen doing the catching, who bat ninth.
And they'll go to work against Ryan Johnson, the starter for the Angels tonight. 15 games this season, just over 60 innings pitched. He's gotten roughed up a little bit, as the ERA would tell you. Went to DBU, second-round draft pick back in 2024. Cutter, splitter, sinker, sweeper for the right-hander. Each of these pitches he throws over 20% of the time. Obviously, the cutter the most at 33%.
All right, he's got a funky look about him, the way he winds up and pitches. In the first pitch to Jock Peterson is lofted into short center field. Trout coming in, and he makes the catch. One away. Brings up Corey Seager. We look at our TXU Energy power stats. How about this? Multiple hits in 5 straight. That's the third longest streak by a Ranger since 2010. Andy Ibanez went 7 straight. Josh Smith 6. And the first pitch to Seager comes right at his back foot. Fans kind of murmuring as if there was intent. Just a back foot slider. Average up to 221 for Corey. And he takes a strike at the bottom of the zone, 1-1. 13 homers, 31 RBIs. Big deal for the Rangers if he can get hot. And the multi-hit games here recently suggests that that's exactly what they are getting right now. And he hits that ball hard out to right field, but tracked down by Siri. And look at that, Siri, after he made the catch, twisting that head around as if he had a little trouble.
And here's the defense for the Angels tonight. Mike Trout, the center fielder, Gustavo Campero, and Jose Siri on the corners. It'll be Guzman and Neto on the left side, Moore and Grissom on the right side, and Ballesteros behind the plate.
What'd you make of that reaction there by Siri?
I just, you know, I don't know if he lost it there. I caught the tail end of the reaction, so I didn't see the full amount, but was it something similar to what we saw? That's interesting.
It's as if he caught it, but that there was at least some fear there that he didn't have the proper read, right? And that was scary for a moment. Here's another liner out into right field. This time, slightly better angle, and he makes the catch. And again, kind of looking away and gesturing like, I'm not picking the ball up that well.
I guess it's not how you get it done. It's a matter. He made 2 outs, so.
Kyle just made a decision that would change his whole world.
Hey, you're sober? You drive.
Kyle just made a decision that would change his whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over.
We need to talk about soda because Poppy's changed it for the better forever. It's a bubbly, bold, better-for-you soda that still gives you that iconic fizzy flavor you can't resist. With 5 grams of sugar and ingredients you can love. You can have your soda and drink it too. Poppy. Soda's back, but so much better.
Oh, I dream a highway back to you, love. A winding ribbon with a band of gold. Silver vision, come and rest my soul. I dream a highway back to you.
It's 1-0 Angels as Cody Bradford gets set for the top of the second inning. His 4th start of the year, and hopefully more pitching reinforcements are on the way for the Rangers. Jack Leiter, after looking good in his rehab start on Thursday, was throwing catch earlier today pregame. He's expected to do a live bullpen either today or tomorrow, and then they'll see where they go from there. Nathan Eovaldi, meanwhile, had a really good day yesterday. He's hopefully going to be playing catch soon, but he's feeling a lot better than he was a couple days ago.
All right, so that's good news, frankly, with Eovaldi. I mean, right now, any news with Eovaldi that involves him doing something is encouraging, as that little pop-up by Campero is the first out of the inning.
Yeah, Leiter's the one to keep an eye on. We're kind of have some fun just talking about the possibilities for him down the stretch and how he could play a role if there would be a chance that they would ease him back into action in the bullpen, you know, power arm, throwing upper 90s or touching 100, or if they're just going to bring him back to the rotation. You know, we'll see. A lot may have to do with the guy that's currently on the mound, Cody Bradford, back as of a few weeks ago, and so far performing well.
There's another ball in the air down the right field line, and Nimmo gets to that one. Guzman retired. 2 up, 2 down. And that'll get Christian Moore to the plate. Well, the Halos made a couple of moves today before the game. They put Wade Meckler on the 7-day injured list, concussion protocol. He was an outfielder. Nolan Shonowell, their first baseman, on the 10-day IL for an intercostal muscle strain. And the corresponding moves were to call up Gustavo Campero, who popped out to start the inning, and this guy, Christian Moore. It's his second tour of duty this year with the big league club. Moore hit 200 his first time around, and he watches one high here. It's 1-1. Angels roster just filled with really young players like Moore. And you could call it sort of the land of opportunity right now. If you're in the Angels organization, there are chances to maybe get a look here down the stretch that you might not otherwise have if the team were in a more competitive spot. 1-2 pitch. Bradford's off the plate with a changeup.
I guess getting these guys in the lineup is the best way to get them experience and hopefully performing well. I guess the Washington Nationals, who we just saw, they kind of set the bar as far as getting young guys going, and just the track record of success that they've had so far offensively. Young guys hitting for average, hitting for power, scoring a ton of runs.
Well, more battling up there. 2-2 and a foul ball. Well, that's a good description of what's going on with the Nationals, and it might be the exact opposite of what's been going on with the Angels. They have not been scoring runs.
over multiple years, right?
Yeah. 7th pitch of the at-bat. This one's popped up. Back of first. And this time Berger has time to get back there. He makes the catch, and the inning is done. And that's 6 in a row retired by Cody Bradford, putting this 1-2-3 second inning. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0.
With Kalshi, you can trade on anything.
Man, tell them something they don't know. Like I'm from Greece.
Look at Ganyanio!
Before I was born, it ain't one night. But Papa said everything's alright.
Hello, campeón.
If you need your TV mounted but don't know who to hire, you could ask your Uncle Jeff if he knows anyone.
How's my favorite nephew?
Oh, Jeff. Hey, who installed your TV?
I can text you her number if you like. Works.
Or another angle to consider, you could go with Thumbtack. We'll match you with a top-rated local pro with the help of our AI-powered search. For your next home project, try Thumbtack. We know homes. Hire the right pro today.
What is the dumbest thing you've ever wasted money on?
I was paying for 2 subscriptions over like 3 years.
That's like $1,400,000. How'd you figure that out?
I saw an app that shows you all the monthly subscriptions you have and how much you're paying.
So what'd you do then? Just like call and cancel, or?
I have a phobia of making calls, so absolutely I did not do that. The app, you can cancel the app.
What is the app called?
Rocket Money.
Let's take a look at the first inning. Some awkward moments for Angels outfielders. Watch Mike Trout after he catches this one. There was a sense of maybe a slight uncertainty. Same with Siri, and then the way that Siri comes on and catches this one, maybe slightly awkward as he goes into I don't know if you want to call that a slide or a dive, but it's a pretty good view if you're a fan in the right field seats, but I don't know if you can say the same if you're a right fielder. And there can be moments. I feel like so many major leaguers, you're used to playing at 7 o'clock, right? We know that for the 3 or the 4 o'clock games, depending on what time zone you're in, you can have issues with the shadows. And in the outfield, and we saw it with Brandon Nimmo the other night, early in the game, and it was a 7 o'clock game, but it seems like there can be issues with this tiny sliver of windows that the ball will pass through when it goes to the right fielder. So, and, you know, granted, there were issues across the street just the opposite in left field. And since I was predominantly a left fielder, I wore a different kind of sunglasses. Like, I had my regular sunglasses, but I wore a different pair for the 6 o'clock games, and even I wore a different pair for the first or second inning of a 7 o'clock game because they were clearer. And, you know, even for the guy playing center field right now, as perfect of a player as Mike Trout is, there was a ball that was hit to him when he was playing left field at the old ballpark that he completely missed. And I remember he came up to me the following inning. He's like, "How do you play left field here during a 6 o'clock game?" And I'm like, "Man, you just have to battle." So different sunglasses. I would always start in an abbreviated stance with my glove out, blocking the sun, because it was so powerful that, you know, the bill of my hat and the sunglasses, it just couldn't, it didn't work the way that it was supposed to. So just some of the issues that a major league outfielder may have to deal with.
Well, Nimmo grounded out to start this inning. Rangers still looking for their first base runner. And 1-1, the count on Durant. Well, we were talking to Brandon about that the other day after he had a little trouble early in the game against the Nats, the opening game against Washington on Tuesday night. This one's flared foul. And he brought up something that I had not really considered, because we will see this time, and in fact at first base right now along that side of the infield, you can see little spots of sunshine on the dirt, and you know, you might see Grissom or Moore shade their eyes against that. There's a swing and a well hit ball center, but Trout hardly has to move back at all and makes a catch. 2 away.
It's kind of funny because all of these guys on the field are talented, right? And they carry themselves with a particular type of body language, letting everybody in the building know that they've got this, right? But if you were to take a trip inside of their brain at times, I can speak from a personal perspective, just under the conditions and where the sun was, there were times when I was thinking, I really hope that the ball's not hit to me right here.
Yeah. Evan Carter now, he takes strike one. Evan hitting 197. And he'll watch on the outside corner 0-2. But Nimmo pointed out that it's the windows that are covered, and whatever that substance is, it's supposed to sort of soften the light as it comes through. That stuff right up there, that it actually looks the same as a ball this time of night. When the sun goes down and it's dark, no big deal. But right now, that's really, really tough for these guys. Carter with a little pop out, and it's a 1-2-3 second inning. Rangers having a little trouble offensively to get going, and the Angels with the early 1-0 lead.
10 seconds, guys. Let's have a go.
At MLB Network, we're always on the move because baseball doesn't just travel, it transforms.
This is how we should do a show every day.
And we're there to meet the moment wherever the game goes. Regular season.
Welcome to Cooperstown.
All the stars are out in Atlanta, Georgia.
Postseason.
Can you believe what we just saw?
Whoa! Every season.
This is unbelievable.
This is MLB Network, the home of baseball.
I never considered myself an alcoholic, but drinking affected my job, health, and relationships. A powerful medication helped me take back control. Now I no longer feel the urge to drink, and the same pill that helped me could help you. Text TV5 to 710-710 to learn more.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way, with real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Can't talk about it enough. Skip Schumacher says all the time the key to winning is starting pitching, and our Navy Federal Credit Union on a mission gives a little detail to that. Rangers starters on this homestand, 0.75 ERA, 25 strikeouts, 3 walks, 153 batting average against. Pretty good stuff right there. That puts you in a position where your offense doesn't have to do a lot of work, and you can ride usually those type of performances to victory.
Well, it's been a good homestand. Rangers have won 3 of the first 4 games on this homestand and trail here early 1-0. Been pitching it well. Haven't been scoring a ton. In fact, the bats haven't been great this week, but they've continued to win games. Travis d'Arnaud, the veteran right-handed batter, takes downstairs 1-2. He's DHing tonight, but we have seen d'Arnaud do a lot of damage against the Rangers in recent years with the bat, but out of that catching position. 1-2 pitch, and he fouls that back. I think in recent years of some games, d'Arnaud has played in a multi-homer game against the Rangers when he was with Atlanta. It might have been 2 years ago. That is strike 3 called. Bradford pins it right at the bottom of the zone for strike 3 on d'Arnaud.
That's what Cody does. He just pinpoints spots throughout the strike zone. And that is pretty much an untouchable pitch. That is execution at its finest.
So lineup turns over. Here's Zach Neto. And he'll watch a curveball low for ball 1. And Neto now asking our plate umpire, Jim Powell. Oh yeah, wants to move the rosin bag out from its current location. And somehow might that have been a distraction? Or is Neto just looking to slow things down? Here's a bouncer down the third baseline, just foul. 1-1. But that at least gave us a moment to acknowledge Jen, who's calling balls and strikes today. Jim Powell, the first female umpire in the big leagues. 1-1. Bradford gets a corner call, and Neto immediately challenges. So just as we introduce Powell, she'll face the scrutiny of an ABS challenge here, powered by T-Mobile, and Neto was correct. Pretty easy challenge for Neto there.
Tried to go with a backdoor curveball. There's some good bite on that.
2 balls and a strike. And there's a swing and a miss. Neto had the double in the first inning and scored the game's only run. Got a pretty nice Saturday evening crowd here tonight. 2-2 up and away. And this has to be the biggest crowd we've had on this homestand.
I think so.
We're here to celebrate largely the 1996 Texas Rangers reunion. Bradford's 3-2, and that's in the air, left field. Long run toward the corner, and that's down. Base hit. Langford will have to take it on a hop, and Neto has his second double of the night. Gives him 27 now this year. So 1 out double. Mike Trout coming to the plate. Our Choctaw Casinos and Resorts game within the game. And you look at the batting average this year for Trout in all of these spots. Okay, but boy, with runners in scoring position, getting on almost 47% of the time. And that's the third highest in baseball. Team's very careful with him in these spots.
It's already trending in the way that we look at his career, but when it's all said and done for him, I hope we don't look at where he is and the team that he's played on as just a wasted opportunity for one of the game's best players. Because you look at the numbers, and if he's getting on base with runners in scoring position 47% of the time, as you see a pickoff move there, it's probably largely because when they have that pregame pitchers meeting, most teams say, hey, who's the one guy in this lineup that's not going to beat us? It's Mike Trout. So if there's a runner in scoring position, meaning runner on second base, runner on third base, how often is first base open with this lineup that struggles? Probably pretty frequently. And so they either intentionally walk him or they pitch around him, and he goes up there knowing that. He's got a ton of walks. We saw the on-base percentage numbers when he came up for his first at-bat.
Soft flare, foul. 1-2.
But it looks like each year you're hoping to see the vintage Mike Trout, and he's been better this year. I can't say that he's been vintage Mike Trout, but each year you're thinking, how much more is that window closing? How much time does he have left?
One-two, and a swing and a miss. Bradford gets him swinging at the slider. His third strikeout tonight.
It's a really good job. So you can either pitch around a guy when you've got a runner in scoring position, or you can get nasty and go to your better stuff. And while he usually showcases the changeup for his out pitch, he goes with the slider this time to get the whiff.
So now Grissom The first pitch is taken just a little bit high for a ball. Struck out looking in the first inning. Neto pretty active out there. He is going. The pitch is up and out. Throw to third, not in time. So Neto with a steal of third. His 18th stolen base of the year.
And he's been doing this for the last few pitches. He's been kind of creeping as Bradford comes set. You could see that it's at least on his mind and he's thinking about it. And he finally acts on it and is successful.
Now the 2-0. And that is up and out. Bradford in a 3-0 hole here. Grissom, or rather Neto, when he's out there at second base, is really distracting. I kind of like him better at third. Here's a 3-0, and that's in there for a strike.
You talking about Cody's perspective or yours?
Mine. I would think too as a hitter. Like it's a lot.
For sure.
He's out there jumping around, moving all over the place. 3-1. Little tapper toward third, charging in. Duran, the throw in time. They just got Grissom, who cannot believe it. The Angels will no doubt take a look upstairs to see if it's worth a challenge. It may not be. Kurt Suzuki waiting for the answer, and he says no. So that ends the inning. Well, it was a great defensive play to end it, but Cody Bradford with a couple of Ks. He got Darno looking, and then a surprise for Mike Trout. Gets him with the slider for his second strikeout of the frame.
They asked me, with or without? You with the crew?
You from the D?
Where'd you go to high school?
Your dad put you in brown and gold?
You see Skins go?
You get your Dodger dog?
You take the 7?
Siempre 305?
You see Big Dumper 60?
Do you see him put Vladdy in the jacket?
You here for 17 and 22?
Where were you in 16?
Where were you in 23? How about 40-70?
You see Judge's 62?
Shohei's 50-50.
Think you can beat the freeze?
But they never ask who my team is. They don't have to. It's right here. Cut from the city. Visit MLBshop.com.
Oh, I dream a highway back to you, love. A winding ribbon with a band of gold. Silver vision, come and rest my soul. I dream a highway back to you.
I never considered myself an alcoholic, but drinking affected my job, health, and relationships. A powerful medication helped me take back control. Now I no longer feel the urge to drink, and the same pill that helped me could help you. Text TV5 to 710-710 to learn more.
Well, we showed you that the Rangers have been getting great starting pitching and good defense pairs really well with that. Ezekiel Duran finishing off the last inning with a really good defensive play. Watch how far he has to bend down, picks that ball clean off the turf. I mean, that's as close to the line as possible, so he's throwing across his body. Really good arm strength on that throw, too. Zeke, so valuable in multiple defensive positions this year.
Just another great play for a guy who has been the most valuable player on this team this year. I don't think that's even remotely in question. The solution. Boy, has he answered some questions this year for this team. No balls, 2 strikes on Berger. Rangers looking for the first base runner, and that is not how they wanted to get it. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh. Berger really hurting, and listen, guys get hit on the hands, and you're always concerned, but that reaction makes me very uncomfortable. It's an easy way to get really hurt. 4th time this year that Berger's been hit by a pitch. Oh, man.
Yeah, it makes you a little bit sick to your stomach when you see a big guy like this react in this way. We see it frequently, and right off the wrist. I mean, we know that there's some fragile bones in there. There's a lot of little bones on that hand. You can see the grimace on his face. And we do see this typically. Can't tell if it's where he's holding. Yeah, I guess he's pointing to it right there. I'm guessing it got him flush on the bone.
Okay, well, he's going to stay in for the moment. Well, there's the Rangers' first base runner, and that was a tough way to get there. All right, well, we'll see where that one goes. Here's Cody Freeman now. 276 hitter. Cody's been a little spark plug lately. And he takes outside, ball one. Especially defensively, whether it's at third base, second base, wherever they seem to be putting him. He's in the middle of a lot of activity. 3 for 7 on this homestand with a couple of walks. And he's ahead here. 2 balls, no strikes. Johnson huffing and puffing out there. First time really dealing with the base runners. He works from the stretch. And that's in there. Good sweeper. 2-1. Setting up a way on Cody. Oh, that one came in. As to the location, and Freeman just missed driving it. 2-2.
He went cutter, and has had better location with the sweeper. That's what he's thrown the last 2 pitches. That was that front door breaking ball that didn't really break.
Check swing, or did he go? Belpeel, he went. Freeman strikes out, 1 away.
I believe it was 3 straight sweepers, and we've had some moments throughout the course of this homestand where there's been some questionable calls or some check swings that could have gone either way. This is a pretty obvious one.
Yeah. Jansen now. And he'll foul this one away. Well, Danny looking for his first hit on this homestand. Missed a lot of time this year with that right forearm strain. And takes outside, 1-1. Signed to a 2-year deal this last offseason by the Rangers. Johnson's 1-1 and a swing and a miss. Well, part of it's a scheduling quirk along with the injury. But Jansen has just 1 hit against the Angels this season. It was a home run, though. 1-2 pitch, and that's on the ground, third base. Guzman to second, 1 on to first in time for the double play. So they go around the horn. Rangers roll into the twin killing, and that means that Johnson has faced the minimum through 3. The end of the 4th inning, it's 1-0.
They say it's a game of numbers, but a flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Every game night is a chance to go big with MLB Big Inning. Join Matt Yaloff and Greg Caserta on baseball's only nightly show that brings you the biggest plays of the night.
Strikes him out.
No one stacks more clutch plays into one live show with up to 4 games on a single screen.
Out of here! He is on fire. It's a walk-off winner.
Change up game night with baseball's biggest game changer. MLB Big Inning. All season.
For years, I was hiding my drinking. I'm the type of drinker that I don't just have one. I didn't want to feel that urge anymore. That's what brought me to Oar Health. I'm a better dad. I'm a better husband. I just have a more grounded and present life, thanks to Oar Health.
Text TV5 to 710-710 to learn more.
Some more details for you of the pitch dominance on this homestand. Our Chevy under the hood. Opponents 8 for 61 with runners on base. That's good for a 131 opponent's batting average. And then 4 for 31 with runners in scoring position, just 129. I don't know what the numbers are with runners off base. Base is empty. But does this mean that we should just put some base runners on?
The best way to slow down the other team.
That's right.
Well, Bradford through 3 innings so far. He'll get Ballesteros, Siri, and Campero this inning. Ballesteros grounded out in the first, and he watches upstairs here, ball 1. Moises Ballesteros, he's just 22 years old. And an Angel now, thanks to a trade deadline deal with the Cubs, where he was the #1 prospect in the Cubs system, ranked 62nd overall in baseball by Baseball America back in 2025 prior to his big league debut. He made his debut with the Cubs last May. And by the way, last year he hit .298 with Chicago and had an .868 OPS, so his debut was pretty good. The Angels traded Ryan Zefferjon to the Cubs to get him, and I would say from the Angels standpoint, that's probably a pretty good deal. Zefferjon, a reliever, and pretty good one. He was having a nice year and all, and Cubs had that need, but they were able to wrest away from Chicago this young man who they think has some pretty big potential. The 1-2 pitch, and that one's lined into right field, a base hit. Ballesteros is aboard to begin the 4th inning. All right, well, he sets up shop. We'll slide over here for Academy Sports and Outdoors. Man on for Jose Siri. Well, Murph, you said it. Maybe the way to slow down an offense, put a man on. So there you go. Ballesteros is out there.
And he doesn't look like a guy that you're going to expect to steal any bases either. So maybe that'll help.
He's attempted 1 steal this year, and it was successful, but don't know a whole lot about the context of that. Ballesteros, you know, catcher #1. Looks like he might have been built for power more than speed. Bouncer, third base, a chance for 2. Good feed to second. Freeman on to first, in time double play. 5-4-3 twin killing, and that wipes the bases clean.
Strategy continues to work. And this is a tailor-made double play ball for a guy that runs really well. You're thinking, all right, it's going to take something pretty extreme to double up Siri. And the Rangers do so.
Well, that nice arm, right? The great power arm of Duran to get it started. That set Freeman up well. So now Campero, and he takes high, ball one. So the Angels now in this series are 2 for 22 when they get a runner on base. So Murph, it's a pretty good plan I think you put together.
I guess with 2 outs, though, you can go ahead and get the out with 2 outs.
Yeah, no point in doing it here, right? And a little chopper toward third, and that just does go foul. That was going to be a tough play, too.
It's a little bit of a bold strategy from Zeke because, you get out of the way, the ball goes past you. That could have been a double if that ball took some type of funky hop and decides to stay fair. It's fair, and then right there is when it takes the turn. Good eyes by Zeke. Good take.
Good take. Meanwhile, Campero, after he made contact, and I don't know whether it was the swing or just the sudden realization that he needed to run, but he took off his helmet, wanted to stay put. It was like a cartoon. He got going so fast, he ran right out from underneath his helmet. Beep, beep. 2-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss. Popped out in the second inning. Speaking of helmets. Here's a bouncer past third. And Campero ends up with a base hit out of it. A lot of activity in that at bat. And that's his first hit of the season. Just called up today. He was up last year, had 21 hits in his first go round in the big leagues. Guzman the hitter now, and he fouls that back. Yesterday these two teams went scoreless through 9 innings. It was all decided in the 10th. Angels scored a run in the top of the 10th inning. Rangers scored 2 in the bottom of the 10th to win it. So runs came at an absolute premium yesterday. And in the first 3 games of this homestand, all 3 games ended in shutouts. So it's just been one of those homestands. Ground ball, and that is flagged by Seager. The backhanded flip in time to force out Campero. A little no-look play. Nicely done, inning over.
A guy that you typically don't expect. Seager brings the defense, but we're going to go back and see that double play. Zeke Freeman to Berger. There's Seager right there, ranging to his left, flipping it up to Freeman.
Hey. Hi. Could you please submit your expenses today? You have those expense reports? Hi. Can you submit those receipts?
Never chase a receipt again. Ramp. Love finance.
They ask me, with or without?
You with the crew?
You from the D?
Where'd you go to high school?
Your dad put you in brown and gold?
You see skins go?
You get your Dodger dog?
You take the 7?
Siempre 305?
You see Big Dumper 60th?
Do you see him put Vladdy in the jacket?
You here for 17 and 22?
Where were you in 16?
Where were you in 23?
How about 40-70? You see Judge's 62?
Shohei's 50-50.
Think you can beat the freeze?
But they never ask who my team is. They don't have to. It's right here. Cut from the city. Visit MLBshop.com.
New Skechers Aeroburst. Running shoes that push the laws of aerodynamics. It all starts with Skechers Hyperburst technology. Supercritical foam that gives Aeroburst unbelievable response and propulsion. Plus a carbon-infused H-plate that returns more energy. Skechers Aeroburst.
Leaderboard takes a look at Rangers hitting first in the lineup. They have a collective 891 OPS this season. That's best in the American League, third in Major League Baseball. Compare that to last year. They were finishing second to last in the league. Big part of that success has come from moving Jock Peterson to that leadoff spot. And guys, he arguably has the brightest style in the big leagues. You see there the batting gloves. You see the shoes, the cleats there. He's wearing one pink cleat, one blue cleat, and because it's Players Weekend, he actually had his daughter Poppy, who's 7, and his eldest son Wilder, who's 5, design the bat, the cleats, and the batting gloves, and this is what we got out of it. Pink, blue, and Jock batting first in the order.
Well, Adolis Garcia is no longer here, so somebody had to do it. That's cool.
Wow. Get immortalized on the bats as well. Those are cool looking kicks, to be honest with you. Three-one pitch. There's a strike. Full count on Jock. Rangers have sent the minimum so far. Jock does like to accessorize with the oftentimes the kind of loudly colored accessories. That is ball 4. And Jock is on. So the Rangers have a second base runner tonight. And this will be interesting to see how they fare second time through against Johnson. First time through didn't go as well. The only runner they had was Jake Berger, who was hit by the pitch. Corey Seager now, and he takes ball 1. You look at the numbers for Ryan Johnson. Well, it looks like he gets better as the game wears on. That's not all that typical, honestly. It's his 13th start of the year. 16th appearance overall. And fires one onto the corner there. It's 2-1.
And maybe it's the fact that he almost profiles as a guy that comes out of the bullpen with that funky arm action.
And he's wide again.
I think last year when he came up, and I was talking to Mark Gubasa about him on the Angels broadcast team, and he said he pitches with a slide step out of the windup. And I think you see him doing a little bit of everything. He pitches basically the same from the stretch as he does out of the windup, just a little bit more movement.
3-2. And this is hit sharply on the ground, right side, to throw to second to get one out, and that's all they'll get. Nice play by Moore. So a fielder's choice, it scores 4-6.
And these closer games, defense is such a key when it comes to winning and losing. How many times have we seen it? The Rangers have done it, and right now they have it done to them. You go back to the Carter sliding catch the other night. Cody Freeman made a tremendous play last night. He made some great plays at third base earlier in the homestand. So
This ball hit well. Towering shot to left field, but Campero has room, and he'll make the catch. Speaking of themes on this homestand and in this series, swings that look like they'll net more than they do.
Yeah, we see a good amount of this at this ballpark. It is pitcher friendly. It is that type of ballpark you throw your four-seamer or your fastball, and you can live in Globe Life Field being a fly ball pitcher.
So now Brandon Nimmo was asking Justin Veely about last night in particular. There were some balls that were really well struck that did not get out. And Veely went to the so far as to go back, look at the launch angles, the exit velocities, but also the spin profile as the ball came off the bat. They can see exactly how the ball was spinning. And he said, you know, it's just unusual for those types of batted balls not to get out. He said they actually had ideal spin on them, as well as the good exit velocities and launch angles. And it's just kind of aggravating that they didn't get out, but it happened to both sides last night. You saw it. Mike Trout, he pounded a ball that did not get out. He was incredulous on the bench afterward. Foscue had one yesterday. Seager had one where you're like, yep, those are gone, but they were not. 2-2 the count.
By the numbers, the one that Foscue hit yesterday would have been a homer in 5 out of the 30 ballparks. The one that Seager hit would have been a homer in 12 ballparks. But Trout's 0.
Is that right?
Right.
Oh, what was he complaining about? 2-2. And this one slowly hit up the middle. And another good play by Moore. And that ends the inning. So Rangers come up empty again. But back-to-back innings, they've had a base runner. I guess we'll hang our hats on that.
You read every label at the grocery store, but have you read your dog's food label? Sundays for Dogs gently air dries meat and superfoods to preserve nutrients and flavor. It's healthy, complete nutrition with no artificial preservatives, fillers, or synthetics. Plus, there's no refrigeration or thawing required. Just scoop and serve. See the difference real food makes in your dog's life. Get 30% off your first box today.
Why go on Row? Because 1 in 4 guys.
1 in 4 guys.
1 in 4 guys experience ED. On Row, ED feels like no big deal. Connect with a provider to find treatment that could be right for you. 100% online.
Row designed or curated treatments to make ED feel less stressful. There are options to fit every need, like fast-acting dissolvables or daily gummies. If 1 in 4 guys deal with ED,
then 1 in 4 guys should go on Row.
Guys, connect with a provider at row.co to see if you qualify.
It's basically
you do this. Stealing is when somebody has the ball and they're going to tag the other person and somebody else takes it out of the glove.
If you want to just catch the ball, that's okay. And if you don't want to catch the ball, that's a strikeout.
Because it's fun and you don't have to be good at it, you can just play ball.
Well, this is a little bit of bad news right there. Duran has to take over at first base, so Berger is out of the game, and that means that Freeman takes over at third base for Zeke, which left second base open, and there's Nicky Lopez. So some defensive changes, and we'll no doubt get an update on Berger, but that is not good. When he was hit by the pitch in the third inning, it did not look good. Christian Moore, the batter, he takes right at the bottom of the zone for strike 1.
I guess if anything, it's not a surprise. It might have been more a surprise that he did stay in the game at the moment, although it's not uncommon if there is an upper body injury or a hit by pitch, that a base runner will stay in the game, see how it feels for a few minutes before making the ultimate decision.
Oh, and 2 here on Moore. Bradford delivers. Oh, that's high. So the Rangers trailing 1-0. Bradford's pitch count, it's only at 64. Not quite as dominant as it was last time against the Angels. That was a stunning performance by Cody, and that was out in LA. We went 7 innings, allowed 3 runs on 5 hits. He needed just 75 pitches to get through those 7 innings. That was a huge lift. The 1-2, that's in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Took some pressure off the bullpen right as the team was beginning a West Coast swing. Today the Angels have put up a better fight. 2-2 pitch fouled away. And it stays 2-2. Cody ready again. And it's a full count. Well, Moore's the 8th place hitter. And it's at bats like these that make nights long for guys like Bradford. Eventually, on the full count pitch, a pop up into right field. Moore retired, 1 away. So Bradford, you know, he's back off the injured list, and you can see 2 years ago he used that changeup about 27% of the time. He's gone to it a lot more this time around in 2026, and that pitch works well for him. There he goes with a breaking ball to Travis d'Arnaud.
It's almost like the Angels hitters are having better at bats as you take a look at the pitch arsenal tonight. They're having better at bats as they get deeper into the count. So of the 5 hits that the Angels have tonight, 4 of them are with 2 strikes. And it doesn't seem like Cody's having a hard time. He's throwing 61% first pitches, which is pretty good. So he's getting ahead of guys. But I feel like a guy like Cody, who uses his changeup to his advantage, and he throws it a lot of the time in fastball counts, that's when you get the early weak ground outs or fly balls and you just live off the barrel. But the type of pitcher that he is, it's almost like it's beneficial for a hitter to go to a 2-strike approach and see the ball a little bit deeper in the strike zone.
There's a strike, 3-1. You know, and part of the change in his pitch mix is probably, I mean, come on, it's got to be due to the fastball and how it's changed since that surgery. Here's a high fly ball center field, and hanging up for a while. Evan Carter, plenty of time to get to it. 2 away, but the fastball for Bradford is down about, on average, 1.5 miles per hour. So you're down 1.5 mph on the fastball, but maybe bigger still is his fastball. He has that big extension. He gets down the hill a lot, and then he has that really high, or had that really high inverted vertical break, and he's lost a little bit of that. Fly ball center field, and it's a quick 1, 2, 3 innings. So Bradford, whatever you want to make of the pitch mix and the way he uses it, pretty efficient, pretty good. Right here in the 5th inning, keeps it a 1-0 game.
The Fabletics Dawn Short is the best move for your golf game. Available in an 8 or 10-inch inseam with water-repellent fabric and 4-way stretch for every swing. Get the Dawn Short for just $10 when you sign up as a new VIP, only at Fabletics.com.
Baby girl got her head right, looking for the Bron type, never had the time right. Maybe we can take a flight, right? Maybe over my night lights, something that you're tight, right? Maybe I'm feeling so good when the vibe's right. I'm feeling so.
Hey, I'm at the game. And we should always use Game Time for tickets. They're dropping cool features like zone deals and price drop alerts so we can go to more games and shows. Finally, a ticketing app that actually gives a f. Download the app today.
Adding throwing creatine has definitely helped me with how I perform on the court. I feel like I have a lot of endurance throughout the 82-game season, and I'm making those split-second decisions with a clear mind and a clear vision. It seems like the game slows down with throwing.
New Skechers Aeroburst, running shoes that push the laws of aerodynamics. It all starts with Skechers Hyperburst technology, supercritical foam that gives Aeroburst unbelievable response and propulsion, plus a carbon-infused H-plate that returns more energy. Skechers Aeroburst.
Want to pitch like Paul Skeens?
Holy smoke. Operative word is smoke.
Or hit like this guy? Learn how to play like the pros from the pros themselves.
The secret ingredient, a whole lot of fun.
Play ball all season long, only on MLB Network.
Ezekiel Duran coming off yet another game where he hits the walk-off single. And, you know, hitting assistant coach Alex Cintron had noticed during that kind of funk that Zeke was in that he was turning his upper body facing home plate more instead of facing the pitcher, closing him off. And Cintron noticed it mostly in Thursday's series finale against Washington. He felt like that wasn't allowing Zeke to recognize pitches as well. He was chasing more. His swing was longer. And after he saw Zeke in the lounge after the game and talked to him about it, he noticed the adjustment from Zeke at the plate. Obviously, the fly out here on the first pitch to start this inning isn't necessarily what he would want in his first at-bat of this inning, but still, the adjustment that Zeke has been working on at least led to a productive night for him last night.
Yeah. Being a hitting coach is so relational, and you have to notice those little details. So it's great when you've got a guy that knows you so well, and he sees the way that you're hitting on a daily basis, that little nuance of closing yourself, whatever, to not be able to get to pitches the way that you usually do. That's important.
Well, I'll tell you the other thing that's important is I feel like it'd be really important for the Rangers to get a hit at some point here against Johnson. We're kind of wiggling up on some perilous territory here. Fifth inning, and still don't have a hit off Johnson, who buries that one, 1-2 the count.
Seemed like the first pitch of the at-bat was pretty wide margin off the plate too. Like it would have been a good one to challenge.
And that one misses, and the Angels throw it around the horn anyway. Okay, now a challenge. Boy, oh boy. He must have audibly challenged as we take a look at the ABS challenge powered by T-Mobile. And that is a strikeout of Carter.
I don't know if this is a streaky thing, the ABS challenge system, as we're still getting used to it, but lately I just don't like it. Like, I feel like most of the calls go against the Rangers.
So now Nicky Lopez is first at bat of the game, and he will take strike one. Lopez came on defensively last inning, and he lifts this out to left field. Easy play for Campero. Boy, an efficient 1-2-3 fifth inning. Took just 7 pitches for Johnson. Oh boy, Rangers have hardly made the young man work, and it remains 1-0.
All right, so that's one pair of glasses.
Yep.
With prescription lenses, plus anti-reflective lens coating.
Oh.
Scratch-resistant coating.
Did I choose?
UV protection. Award-winning customer service.
That's me.
That's also me. Free returns, free exchanges, and free frame adjustments for life.
And how much more is that?
Oh, it's all included at Warby Parker.
So my glasses
are still just $95.
Oh.
Surprise! I just get excited.
With Kalshi, you can trade on anything.
Man, tell them something they don't know. Like I'm from Greece.
Looking good, Johnny-O!
Before I was born late one night, but Papa said everything's alright.
Hello, campeón.
As a parent, your plate is usually full long before dinner time rolls around. That's why Home Chef's family menu is making it easier than ever to sit down and eat together. Delicious 4-serving meals packed with family-friendly flavors are just a delivery away. Our fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and simple recipe steps save you time and money while making it easy to sit down for a family meal everyone will love. Home Chef's family menu, solving family dinner, one meal at a time. Get 18 free meals at homechef.com.
Oh, yeah. That time game. Get Elvis and Jared Sandler up on top of the dugout with the 6-shooters. Show them how it's done, boys.
Show them how it's done. Jared, attaboy.
Yeah, feeling it, right? I mean, that's the thing about Jared. He just let the music just flow through it.
All you got to do is put yourself out there.
Courage. Courage. Well, there's a first pitch swing and a drive out to left center field. And Mike Trout has his second hit of the game. That's how we begin play in the 6th inning.
Well, second leadoff double of an inning. Zach Neto led a double to lead off the first, and Mike Trout, man, he hits the ball hard. 109 off the bat. Fastball down the middle.
Well, they just playing into the strategy of putting somebody on base. Trout out there for Vaughn Grissom, who's 0 for 2. 1-0. Angels on top. And that is up and out for a ball. Grissom has struck out looking and also grounded out. Bradford nearing 80 pitches tonight. Makes a count 1-1. So his evening probably getting close to an end. He's pitched well. Has not received any support. A flare out to right field. Nimmo over. He'll make the grab. That's first out of the inning. Trout tags, heads to third, and he beats the throw there. 1 out. Man now at third base, and it gives us a moment for Baylor, Scott, and White health. So here is Ballesteros. Bradford gets a visit from Danny Jansen, and so they discuss options here with a man at third base. Meanwhile, you see activity in the Rangers bullpen as Cole Winn is the first man to throw out there. Ballesteros 1 for 2. Infield will have to come in here. And Ballesteros goes after the first pitch. That's driven deep out to right. That's gone. Or is it just in play? For the moment, the signal is it's just in play. And so that's a double for Ballesteros. Now, that may be challenged. I suspect it would be. I saw Alex Tosi, the first base umpire. He just signaled safe, ball's in play, but we'll take a look.
I didn't see exactly where it hit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Sure enough.
You're right. Just above the national sign.
So, a double by Ballesteros makes it a 2-0 game. And maybe a little break there. That thing was just inches from going out. And that'll do it for Cody Bradford. The Rangers pen will have it from here in a 2-0 game.
Whether you build homes for a living or want the best for your own home, choose siding you're proud to stand by. Hardy Siding is ready to withstand storms, holds its own against heavy winds and debris, and even helps homes stand up to fire, leaving a lasting impression. James Hardy, what the best are made of.
All right, locked in for this meeting. Total focus. Double booked? All good. Otter AI gives meeting notes and insights, even on meetings I can't attend. Dang it, I picked the boring one.
Otter, the AI meeting agent.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Cody Bradford's night is over in StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud. Show you his swings and misses. 6 on the changeup, 4 on the four-seamer up in the zone, 1 on the slider down in the zone. He really had a good night. Didn't get barreled very much. Gave up some 2-strike hits between Mike Trout and Ballesteros. Some hard-hit balls this inning, but you saw those swings and misses. They were through the first 5 innings. Just faced 3 hitters this inning.
Well, he's done everything you'd want him to do, and now gives it off to Cole Winn. Man at second, 1 out. A right-hander making his 50th appearance of the year. Deals with Jose Siri, and he'll pull one foul. It's 0-2. I don't know, there's something about this game. The Rangers have shown very little to give you a whole lot of optimism about the ultimate outcome of this game, and yet it's a 2-0 game. I mean, it's a matter of, you know, a guy getting on base and a guy running into a ball.
Yep. The difference of this game could very well be 1 swing of the bat.
Yep. But it's going to be key for Cole Winn to make sure that there isn't any more damage, and it helps to strike out the first man he faces. He gets Jose Siri 2 away in the inning.
And this is, as we talked about the other night, this is such a key for Cole Winn. Put himself in a position where he can use the slider. If you look at all of his pitches this year and the way that they have fared, the slider by far is performing the best. And you can't throw it every pitch, but you put yourself in a position to succeed with it.
So, Campero, he's 1 for 2 today. But he's in a hole, 0-2. Winn goes right after him with the splitter. Double by Trout, double by Ballesteros to add a run in the inning. Winn trying to leave it at just that, and he does. A strikeout of Campero. Boy, the splitter looks pretty good for Cole Winn. Comes in, faces 2 hitters. Strikeout number 1 got Siri chasing. Strikeout number 2, Campero just can't find that splitter.
people love summer baseball. The food is over the top. The cheers come from the chest. We came with friends, but we met new ones. We have seats, but we're standing. They say it's anyone's game. But from what we can see, it's everyone's. Baseball for the people.
I never considered myself an alcoholic, but drinking affected my job, health, and relationships. A powerful medication helped me take back control. Now I no longer feel the urge to drink, and the same pill that helped me could help you. Text TV5 to 710-710 to learn more.
With Kalshi, you can trade on anything.
Man, tell them something they don't know. Like I'm from Greece.
Look at Johnny O!
Before I was born late one night, but Papa said everything's alright.
Hello, campeón.
Rangers baseball on RSN is brought to you by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, the official casino and resort of the Texas Rangers. And by your North Texas Chevy dealers. Chevy drives Texas. Yeah. Some of the great images from that 1996 Texas Rangers Division Champion Club, the first team in franchise history to get to the postseason, first to win a division. Took 24 years to get there. Long awaited, and it was just such a big moment in this franchise's history. In the 30 years since then, 3 World Series, 1 title. And the first pitch swing, or rather, first hit of the game here, Cody Freeman with a single into left field.
Well, there's what the Rangers have been looking for. You see the fingers on the side of the baseball. It's a sweeper, catches too much of the plate, and that's what big league hitters do with mistakes.
All right, man on. Jansen takes strike 1. Danny grounded into the double play in the 3rd inning. Well, the no-hitter pressure gone. I mentioned it was just a 2-0 game last inning. And that the Rangers find themselves in a spot now, even though they haven't done a lot tonight, where with that base hit by Freeman, now the tying run's at the plate. And if Danny doesn't get it done, Jock Peterson's coming up. He'll be the tying run. Oh, 2. Declared foul. Stays 0-2. Now these are huge games. Rangers very much in the hunt for a postseason spot, whether that be via the wild card or a division title. 2-strike pitch, and Danny bounces it wide of the bag, 3rd. Rangers came into play today, a game back of Houston in the division, and having chipped away a little bit at Houston's lead, getting it down to 1 game. The Astros in a tie currently at home, 5th inning, 1-1 with the Athletics. Rangers do hold the 3rd wild card spot at the moment. 0-2, and a swing and a miss. So Jansen strikes out 1 away. So that means that Jock Peterson heads to the plate with that tying run in his back pocket. Yeah, there's the score from Houston. The A's putting up a good fight tonight. Johnson's first offering, that one is a little bit low for a ball. Well, the American League West Division has underwhelmed to a certain degree, or maybe to all of the degrees. That one in there for strike, 1-1. Everybody in the division with a negative run differential. The Astros at least are over 500 at 65 and 64. 1-1 pitch, and Peterson hits that straight up in the air. Trout waiting on it, makes the catch. 2 gone. All right, Corey Seager coming up. First, though, we slide over for Hyundai.
A car that sees what you can't, how it should be. The Hyundai Tucson.
Rangers 0 for 8 today with runners on base. And Seager takes inside for a ball. Corey is lined out and grounded out. Freeman at first base. Modest lead, and that is away. 2-0. I'd be interested here to see how aggressive Johnson is with Corey. Especially falling behind 2-0 now. The pitch. Boy, 3-0.
It doesn't look like he wants to be very aggressive with him.
No, and I get that. I mean, he's in danger, however, of putting the tying run on with Wyatt Langford waiting on deck. 3-0. Yeah, that misses. So, 4 straight misses. Now the Rangers have 2 men on. And that's the first time they've done that tonight. In fact, it's the first time anybody's gotten out to second base. Cody Freeman out there now. He can report back to the crew a little later what the view is like. And Ballesteros will head out and have a word with Johnson.
Wyatt Langford had a huge swing in last night's ball game. Hopefully he can do something similar here.
All right, best opportunity of the night by far. And Wyatt dribbles it out in front of the plate. Johnson down the hill himself. Throws to first. And the inning is over just like that. Rangers might have been building a little something but nothing doing. To the 7th we go tonight. It's 2-0 Angels.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
As a parent, your plate is usually full long before dinner time rolls around. That's why Home Chef's family menu is making it easier than ever to sit down and eat together. Delicious 4-serving meals packed with family-friendly flavors are just a delivery away. Our fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and simple recipe steps save you time and money while making it easy to sit down for a family meal everyone will love. Home Chef's family menu, solving family dinner, one meal at a time. Get 18 free meals at homechef.com.
From your favorite team,
the Phillies walked it off,
to the league's biggest stars,
jaw-dropping stuff from Bobby Witt Jr.
Hey, I know that guy. Great player.
Stay in the know all season long on Play Ball, only on MLB Network.
Play coverage tonight presented by Firestone Complete Auto Care. There's our Dirk Graham giving us interesting looks, multiple views of Rangers baseball night in, night out.
It's my favorite. Love Dirt Camp.
Everybody looks so big.
2-0. Angels in the first pitch of the inning. Guzman rolls it to short, and he is a quick first out. Boy, Cole Winn was excellent last inning. Back-to-back strikeouts of Siri and Campero to close off that sixth inning. Now a quick out of Guzman. Here comes Christian Moore. Let's see, Winn, his pitch count tonight up to 7. All of them have been strikes, and that's perfectly timed. 1-0. Be sure to tip the waitstaff. We'll see you tomorrow night. Golly. Just can't get out of the way. 1-1 on Moore. He is popped out and flied out today. Swing and a miss. Winn looking pretty good. That fastball, a little pop there, 96. Two runs on 7 hits for the Angels. A swing and a miss, and Moore strikes out. Wow. Winn has punched out 3 of the 4 batters he's faced.
This might be as lively as Cole Winn's stuff has been. Can't remember seeing it, and not just with one pitch. Look at the life on that four-seamer. 96 at the top of the zone. We saw a good splitter. Struck out Jose Siri with the slider.
He's up here to Darno. Darno, strikeout looking in the 3rd inning, flew out to center field in that very quick 5th inning. He gets ahead here, 2 balls and no strikes. Well, this will be a little bit of a lift for the Rangers if Winn can get them through these first 7 innings. That's inside. I mean, there's the possibility, of course, the Rangers might be a little shorter in that bullpen. That's in there for a strike. I mean, Latz has thrown in the last 2 games, so is Silseth. You would think those 2 more than likely down tonight, 3-1, and that's trickled foul. Now, it's possible that one or both of them came in and told Skip Schumacher, hey, look, I'm good to go. I can give you a little bit tonight if needed, in which case they would definitely be down for tomorrow. 3-2 pitch, chopper to 3rd, fair ball shy, long throw in time, and Cody Freeman shows up again. It just seems wherever they put him, he's asked to make a big play, and he does it again. The 1-2-3 7th inning. It's 7th inning stretch time. Time for God Bless America. Here's Chuck Morgan.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please rise and direct your attention down the 3rd baseline, and welcome back Lauren Hedrick. Lauren will now perform God Bless America.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to
It's basically...
You like do this.
Stealing is when, like, somebody has the ball and they're going to tag the other person and somebody else takes it out of the glove. If you want to just catch the ball, that's okay. And if you don't want to catch the ball, that's a strikeout. Because it's fun and you don't have to be good at it, you can just play ball.
For years, I was hiding my drinking. I'm the type of drinker that I don't just have one. I didn't want to feel that urge anymore. That's what brought me to Oar Health. I'm a better dad. I'm a better husband. I just have a more grounded and present life, thanks to Oar Health.
Text TV5 to 710-710 to learn more.
10 seconds, guys. Let's have a go up.
At MLB Network, we're always on the move because baseball doesn't just travel, it transforms.
This is how we should do a show every day.
And we're there to meet the moment wherever the game goes. Regular season.
Welcome to Cooperstown.
All the stars are out in Atlanta, Georgia.
Postseason.
Can you believe what we just saw? Whoa!
Every season.
This is unbelievable.
This is MLB Network, the home of baseball.
Cody Freeman getting it done tonight, playing some third base, goes to the line, sets his feet, strong throw across. Great job by Zeke. He can play multiple positions. He saved a run with a diving play last night at second base. He's got the only out, or excuse me, the only hit tonight for the Texas Rangers. Fills a variety of roles here. Just love the way that he plays. I think Cole Winn likes it too.
Yeah, he does. Skip Schumacher's talked a lot about just flexibility, positional flexibility, how important that is for him. And boy, you see the value of guys like Freeman and Duran and others, the way they're able to move around the diamond, help out in a spot tonight where Berger had to leave the game for injury. Nimmo hooks this one down the line, foul. 1-1. But it's not just that they can go over there and hold down the spot for it. They go down. Guys like Freeman and Duran, they're difference makers. They get in there, they do a really good job defensively.
Above average defense in multiple positions. That's something that's not easy to do.
1-1 here. Nimmo takes on the outside corner. Strike two. Oh yeah. That's how you become the solution. There's your ideal lineup right there. Nimmo fights off a pitch there and stay alive. 0 for 2 today, a couple of ground outs. Ryan Johnson has hung in there tonight. What an evening the right-hander has had. This one is up the middle, and it's flagged by Neto. A pirouette, the throw, and he gets Nimmo. Man. 6-3 put out. One away. A couple of defensive changes as Siri moves across the outfield from right now into left field. And Josh Lowe fills in behind him in right. Perro out of the game. Duran the batter, and the solution takes strike one. Zeke's not had a great night at the plate tonight. 0 for 2 with a couple of flyouts. But there's really nobody you would highlight tonight offensively. They just have not had any answer for Ryan Johnson. 1 and 2.
You can see where he would be funky just with the mechanics that you're watching. It's almost like, you know, maybe if you look at the arsenal, and there's how efficient he's been. Biggest pitch count was 18 in the 4th inning. And maybe that'll help. You get him out of rhythm a little bit, calling timeout when you can. But
that might be the best offensive play the Rangers have had.
For sure. Get him out of rhythm. But Johnson, it's almost like you're watching highlights of the 1950s. You know, like
bouncer third base, and Guzman throws it across in time, one away.
You know, if you look at his windup, it almost reminds you of like when you look at the replay that you've probably seen multiple times of Don Larson throwing the last out of the perfect game in the 56 World Series.
56, yeah. Yeah, or like one of those when you see guys playing catch in the old black and white film.
Right.
It looks like the video's sped up just a tick.
Yeah.
And they got that weird kind of, it's all like kind of a Hunter Pence throwing motion too.
That is a good comparison.
1-0 the count here on Evan Carter, and he'll watch one outside. Ball 2. And again, for all that tonight, and Ryan Johnson has been good. He's gotten 7 ground ball outs. He's in a position where, oh boy, that foul ball hit Ballesteros pretty hard. I say foul ball. The scoreboard reads 3-0. Maybe he didn't swing or touch it at all. Maybe that Ballesteros just boxed it. Is that what I'm to believe there? They just flat out missed that?
Crossed himself up.
No, there's the correction. It is 2 balls and a strike. There's no way that it's. So now 3-1 though. Yeah, he's having the night of the season for himself. And it's a full count now on Carter. Ricky Lopez waits on deck. Meanwhile, the Rangers pen has Alstrom and Junis going. 3-2, ground ball, second base. Another routine play, easy one for Moore. Rangers go in order again. One of those nights tonight. We head to the 8th. It's 2-0.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
This is the challenge to all the guys who need to lose weight. Go on Row. Row makes losing weight with GLP-1 simpler. With the new GLP-1 pills, losing weight is more affordable than ever. Whether you prefer insurance, cash pay, injection, or pill, there's an option for everyone. I'm Charles Barkley, and I've lost 45 pounds in 7 months on Row. Don't be a dummy. Go on Row. That should be a great commercial.
1, 2, 3, 4. Baby girl got her hair right, looking for the Brom type, never had the time right. Maybe we can take a flight, bite, maybe overnight, like something that you're tight, right? Baby I'm feeling so good when the vibe's right. I'm feeling so.
Scott White health game diagnosis. Cole Winn was on point tonight. All of his pitches were working. There's the slider. Nice little splitter there. 4-seamer up. He got some strikeouts. Got some help from his defense. But, you know, been a mixed bag for Cole Winn this year. But he's such a good dude. You love to see him have successful outings. And tonight it was as good as we've seen. And Rangers will move along to Robbie Alstrom. Go from the righty to the lefty. There's the 33-game season so far and the numbers for Alstrom.
Well, the Rangers have pitched well enough tonight to win this ball game. They just have to figure out a way to do something with their last 6 outs at the plate. Alstrom dealing with the top of the lineup. It's Neto, Trout, Grissom do this inning. And the lefty's 1 strike offering. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Cody Bradford went 5 1/3 innings today. Allowed just the 2 runs on 7 hits. No walks, 3 strikeouts. And this one is blistered past first. That'll be extra bases for Neto. He cruises to second. Taking a while for Nimmo to get it out of the corner. Neto goes for 3, and he's got it. And the throw gets by third, but a good backup. Alstrom is there. Neto with a triple to open the 8th inning. Not sure what happened down in the corner.
Neto's showing that he is a pretty good hitter using the whole field. We've seen some doubles to the pull side, and I feel like he usually goes to the pull side. There is the ball out in the corner. Nimmo goes to get it, and Neto just using his speed to barrel into third.
Nimmo just must have been well off the line. Took him a while to get there. Here's Trout. He's had a good night, and he'll take upstairs. The infield is only halfway in. A 2-0 game. You just can't really afford, with nobody out, to let a big inning develop. And Trout takes very high. 2-0. RBI single his first time up tonight for Trout. A double and a run scored in the 6th. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Robbie's been kind of a reverse split guy. Better numbers against the right-handed hitters. And he finds the inside corner. 2-2. Well, this could be a big pitch. A 2-0 game. Trout pops it up. Playable for Nicky Lopez. And there's the first out of the inning. That is a big out. Neto has to hold third. Before Grissom comes up, let's step aside here for Kia. One away. Here comes Grissom, 0 for 3. Now the infield can come in with 1 out. Be a little more aggressive here. And Grissom takes low. We'll be looking to cut down Neto at the plate, and we made the point earlier that the key to slowing down the Angels is to put a man on base. There's a soft liner right field. That drops in, base hit. Well, it doesn't work out that time. Grissom with the RBI single to right. 3-0.
Neto has now scored 2 of the 3 Angels runs. And this is a ball that is just fought off to the opposite field. Not a high exit velocity, but it finds some turf out there. You know, this is just a trend that we've seen a little too often, and it just goes to show you how baseball is a team game, right? Because the job of the bullpen is to come in even when a team is losing and just to keep the score where it is. So, you know, it can be frustrating to see extra runs given up and your offense has to work a little bit harder later in the game. But on the flip side of that, your offense probably just needs to score some more runs.
Yes, they do.
Early in the game, and put yourself in a better position.
Fouled off here by Ballesteros. 0-2 the count. 3 runs, 9 hits for the Angels, but the Rangers have been shut out on 1 hit tonight. Now, they were shut out Wednesday here at home. That was by the Nationals. Bouncer up the middle. Seager to his left. He will set up and throws out Ballesteros. That's the second out of the inning, but it does allow Grissom to get to second base. Here's I guess kind of a way of thinking about how this homestand has gone. The Rangers were shut out Wednesday. Last night, yeah, they scored 2 runs in the 10th inning, but they were shut out through 9 innings. The runs in the 10th inning, you start with a runner at second base. And then tonight have been shut out on 1 hit. I mean, man, that's 3 games where it's troubling. And there's your number. The month of August, 3.1 runs per game, fewest in all of baseball. You talk about putting some pressure on your pitching staff, man. Intentional walk here to Jose Siri. He's at first base. You have Ballesteros at second base, and now Lowe will get his first hit bat of the day.
Yeah, and I'm a big believer in the fact that, you know, Jock Peterson is in just a little bit of a funk lately that he needs to bust out of. But August has been his worst month, and that'll happen. Any hitter will have a worst month of the season, slump that they have to dig out of. But he's been such a key ingredient to this Rangers lineup that I feel like when he busts out of it, this Rangers offense is going to bust loose.
Alstrom to the plate, and that one right in there. I should say Grissom, the runner at second base, not Ballesteros. Grissom at second, Siri at first. There's Vaughn Grissom, got on with the RBI single earlier. Robbie delivers, and there's a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Well, I don't disagree with you. That's definitely true. I will say, like, tick-tock. You got a handful more than 30 games remaining in the season. The time is of the essence. 0-2. And it's popped left side foul and out of play. You know, at the same time, at this moment anyway, nobody running away with anything. So, but that's been the story all summer. And now, somewhat urgent jog out to the mound here. That's interesting. Little visit. I don't know what Jordan Teague saw, whether it was a pitch selection or just maybe, you know, conceptually how they were going about their business here with Lowe.
Yeah, that would be my guess. Like, hey, this guy's up. We talked about the scouting report. Let's make sure to go about beating him in a particular way. 0-2 count. I mean, you don't typically see a mound visit then with 2 outs.
On to the count. And here it comes. A swing and a miss. Alstrom strikes out Lowe, and the inning is over. Well, that was big. Rangers needed that. They trailed 3-0 going to the bottom of the 8th.
I never considered myself an alcoholic, but drinking affected my job, health, and relationships. A powerful medication helped me take back control. Now I no longer feel the urge to drink, and the same pill that helped me could help you. Text TV5 to 710-710 to learn more.
The Fabletics Dawn Short is the best move for your golf game. Available in an 8 or 10-inch inseam with water-repellent fabric and 4-way stretch for every swing. Get the Dawn Short for just $10 when you sign up as a new VIP, only at Fabletics.com.
All right, so that's 1 pair of glasses. Yep. With prescription lenses, plus anti-reflective lens coating. Oh. Scratch-resistant coating.
Did I choose?
UV protection. Award-winning customer service.
That's me.
That's also me. Free returns, free exchanges, and free frame adjustments for life.
And how much more is that?
Oh, it's all included at Warby Parker.
So my glasses
are still just $95.
Oh.
Surprise! I just get excited.
If you need your TV mounted but don't know who to hire, you could ask your Uncle Jeff if he knows anyone.
How's my favorite nephew?
Oh, Jeff. Hey, who installed your TV?
I can text you her number if you like. Works.
Or another angle to consider, you could go with Thumbtack. We'll match you with the top-rated local pro with the help of our AI-powered search. For your next home project, try Thumbtack. We know homes. Hire the right pro today.
What's on tap? Brought to you by St. Arnold Lawnmower, a beer for everyone. You can get behind that and take a look at what's coming up. Tomorrow afternoon, we wrap up this series, a getaway day for the Rangers and for the Angels. It'll be off to the White Sox and Brewers on the next road trip. We will not be broadcasting the game Saturday. That'll be on Fox. And then it's home for the A's and the Tampa Bay Rays. Kind of an interesting schedule. Seattle, Arizona coming after that. Listen, they're all just huge games at this point. I don't care who you're playing.
100%. We saw by the last road trip, you know, this current team and the A's, like games that you go in there expecting to win. You've got teams that are trying to play spoiler. As you see Michael Fulmer enter the game. It's limited amount of work for him so far in 2026. And it was the same down the stretch last year, right? So you got Milwaukee at a difficult time. They're a great team. Seems like they're always playing well. And the Rangers swept them last year. So it might be a little bit more difficult to do that in their own ballpark. But all the same, it's a good place to hit. Maybe it'll wake up the offense.
Yeah.
Never know. Chicago's a pretty good place to hit, too.
Yeah, it's been a good homestand. It's just not for the offense. I mean, they won games. The 1-2 pitch to Lopez, and he flares it out to center field. Coming on for it, Trout. He'll make the catch. One away. Well, the Rangers getting maybe the best gift they could get right now, and that is a look at somebody other than Brian Johnson, who was, I dare say, brilliant through 7 innings. 7 shutout innings, allowed 1 hit. Walked 2, struck out 3. Well, happily take their chances with Fulmer. Right-hander's first offering here, and it's bounced deep in the hole, shortstop, but well positioned. Neto makes the play to retire Freeman. 2 gone. Right, Kelnick will bat for Danny Jansen. Tough job. The job of pinch hitting. The Rangers just need Kelnick to find his way on base here. They need a couple of base runners, to be frank. So, Jim Powell double checking with the Rangers bench. Indeed, you want this guy to hit, right? Rangers, 1 hit today came in the 6th inning. It was a Cody Freeman single to left field. And Cody would later on find his way all the way to second base. But that's as good as it's gotten here tonight. Kelnick couldn't stop himself. 1-1 the count.
I don't know if I realized the opposite field power that Jared Kelnick has. He was hitting line drives right over the Choctaw Casinos and Resort sign, just right by the bullpen today during batting practice. And it seemed like he was doing it with ease.
Flips that foul. Hey, nice play. Yeah. Hey, you can give him a high five. Just don't spill your beer on his buddies. Everyone's excited. I get it. 1-2. Whoa. The click, I think, of the ball in the dirt. Almost caught Kelnick's back foot. Oh, there's the area you were talking about.
Yep. He was leaving at will. It's like, okay.
Well, once a very highly thought of prospect, the 2-2 pitch, that's inside. Full count.
He's had some good moments. You know, it's just so much about consistency. I believe I remember him hitting a home run as a Mariner against Rangers pitchers off the foul pole and right. Pretty high up there. He's struggling to find the zone the way he wants to.
Well, he puts Kelnick on and gives the Rangers a little hope here. They turn the lineup over. Jock Peterson and Corey Seager do. Now there are 2 outs in the inning. I think you could basically say this is the game here. These next 4 hitters for the Rangers. So from Skip Schumacher's standpoint, what with Peterson, Seager, Langford, and Nimmo, I guess you throw Duran in there as well. He's got his 5 best coming here with 4 outs remaining in the game, but you got a man on, and these spots have been somewhat rare tonight. Hoping Jock could maybe run into one. He fouls that one away. So he's in a hole. 0-2. Jock looking for anything right now to snap this 0 for 20 that he's on. They've been so hot for so long. Boy, they need him here. The 0-2, and that one is bounced right side and covered up by Moore. He'll throw to first in time to get Peterson, and the inning is done. Rangers leave a man. 9th inning coming up tonight here at Globe Life Field. And this one right now comfortably on the side of the Angels, 3-0.
Baby girl got her hair right, looking for the Brom type, never had the time right. Maybe we can take a flight, bike, maybe overnight, like something that you're tight, right? Maybe I'm feeling so good when the vibe's right. I'm feeling so.
Hey, I'm at the game. And we should always use Game Time for tickets. They're dropping cool features like zone deals and price drop alerts so we can go to more games and shows. Finally, a ticketing app that actually gives a Download the app today.
What is the dumbest thing you've ever wasted money on?
I was paying for 2 subscriptions over like 3 years.
That's like $1,400,000. How'd you figure that out?
I saw an app that shows you all the monthly subscriptions you have and how much you're paying.
So what'd you do then? Just like call and cancel, or?
I have a phobia of making calls, so absolutely I did not do that. The app, you can cancel the app.
What is the app called?
Rocket Money.
We are launching a new pro baseball team called the Long Beach Coast. We are out in the community every day meeting with small businesses, and we're meeting our future fans. For the Long Beach Coast to succeed, we're going to have to take advantage of every hour. What I love about Gusto is that everything from HR, payroll, onboarding, all of it's just so turnkey. It allows me to focus on the most important thing, which is building a great team both on and off the field.
Well, the Bases Loaded bundle has your game day essentials cover. Get ticket, parking, and ballpark credit all bundled in one purchase. Savings start at 18%. Visit Rangers.com/basesloadedbundle to purchase today.
All right, well, new battery for the Rangers in this 9th inning as Peyton Gray checks in, 3rd reliever used tonight.
Peyton continuing to have a nice year out of the Rangers bullpen. Looks like he'll eclipse the 50 innings pitch mark. And there's Elias Diaz comes in at catcher.
Guzman goes after the first pitch he sees and fouls it away. Bottom third of the lineup for the Angels. An Angels lineup tonight that has produced 3 runs on 9 hits. Just sort of, I don't know, methodically grinded through a pretty average night offensively. Nothing spectacular, but honestly, doesn't take much more than that these days. Bouncer, left side of the infield, and Seager's had a busy night. Throws out Guzman. 1 down. Rangers will be looking for Seager leading off the bottom of the 9th inning. Here's Christian Moore. He's 0 for 3. And Gray's first pitch to him, a little bit up. Meanwhile, down in Houston, the Astros have taken the lead in that game. Bottom of the 7th inning, they're up 2-1 over the Athletics. So the Rangers, let's say, if they're unable to come back tonight, and should Houston hold on to their lead, and then it would be back to a 2-game difference in the division. 2-1 the count here on Moore. There's a strike. And anytime you're looking at the division standings, it's worth kind of tucking away or noting that you can kind of add a game to the Astros lead. Swing and a miss, and a strikeout of Moore. So great, good job getting the first 2 he faces here in the 9th inning. But when you look at that, you know, okay, currently a 1-game lead for Houston. Keep in mind that due to the season series, Houston also has the tiebreaker. So should it come down to a tie, the Astros would win over the Rangers. So effectively, it's a 2-game lead. Meanwhile, Adam Frazier here announced as the pinch hitter for d'Arnaud. First pitch, that one in there for a strike. Oh, now challenge, ABS challenge. Powered by T-Mobile. Let's see. Oh, that is a ball. That one misses as well, so 2-0. Now, in the bullpen for the Angels, Ryan Watson, the 28-year-old righty, has started to loosen up out there. It's currently a 3-0 game. This one's down the line, foul. He's had just 1 save opportunity this year. It's all right. Don't worry about it, dude. It'll wear off. So it's kind of interesting. You got a guy maybe not as accustomed to the spot. Let's see if the Rangers can figure out a way to take advantage. 2-2 on Frazier.
He looked like he was intense getting ready out there in the bullpen. Did you see that? The pitching coach or the bullpen coach threw him the ball. He kind of like swiped at it. I don't know if he was frustrated at the last pitch that he threw or if he's just an intense guy getting ready to go in.
Two. Popped up, left side, foul, not a play. Well, we've made note of it a couple of times this year. That is a pretty sweet Batman bat, by the way, for Frazier. Or Spider-Man bat, pardon me. But The Rangers, they've done well in high leverage spots late in games as Frazier delivers a 2-out single. They've put together some pretty impressive comeback efforts, and we've made the remark a couple times tonight that this game, though the Rangers have showed a lot of life, has never really been out of reach. So we'll see. You know, yesterday they had a dramatic come from behind win. They beat Ben Joyce, the flamethrowing righty. So they'll deal with the rookie Ryan Watson in the 9th inning tonight.
That's definitely possible. It's just not a consistent way to live. You don't want to go into the 9th inning with deficits on a consistent basis, expecting the last at-bat win, the walk-off win, because we play with win probability so often these days, and especially when you're down a crooked number. 3 it's a tough amount of runs to score in the 9th inning.
One and one. It's kind of interesting yesterday because that game was, scoreless into extra innings, and they managed to plate their, free base runner in the top of the 10th. The Rangers got 2 in the bottom. All 3 runs of the game were unearned. There's a strike. 1 and 2 to Neto. Decent lead for Frazier at first. And Gray bounces that one. Seager, Langford, Nimmo, possibly Duran in the 9th inning. So the Rangers have a pretty good setup for that 9th against Watson. Gray needs to get him there, though. The 2-2, and there's a swing, a liner to third, and that one's grabbed by Freeman. He's had another good night defensively. Makes a nifty play there, and now the Rangers have a shot in the bottom of the 9th. When we come back, Corey Seager will lead things off. Hoping to get on base for Wyatt Langford and for Brandon Nimmo. Top 3 due in the 9th.
What if you could have shades like these for a fraction of big brand prices? With Shady Rays, you can. We're an independent company, so we do things differently. We offer high-quality polarized shades for a reasonable price. And we personally replace shades that get lost or broken. So far, we've racked up over 300,000 five-star reviews. I founded Shady Rays so that we can have sunglasses that stand up to whatever life throws at us. Order now and get 20% off site-wide at shadyrays.com.
We are launching a new pro baseball team called the Long Beach Coast. We are out in the community every day meeting with small businesses, and we're meeting our future fans. For the Long Beach Coast to succeed, we're going to have to take advantage of every hour. What I love about Gusto is that everything from HR, payroll, onboarding, all of it's just so turnkey. It allows me to focus on the most important thing, which is building a great team both on and off the field.
From your favorite team, the Phillies walked it off, to the league's biggest stars.
Jaw-dropping stuff from Bobby Witt Jr.
Hey, I know that guy. Great player.
Stay in the know all season long on Play Ball, only on MLB Network.
Rangers trailed by a run last night going to the bottom of the 10th. Wyatt Langford with 2 outs, 2 strikes, delivers that double to tie it, and Ezekiel Duran would later win it in the bottom of the 10th. Rangers with a 2-1 victory in extras last night, and they have done that from time to time this year. Really great high leverage at bats, and they're going to need more of those tonight. Both those guys will bat, or I guess, could bat in this ninth inning. We need at least one base runner for Duran to get up. Ryan Watson, the man on the scene for the Angels, and his first pitch fouled back for it. They got 7 terrific innings from Ryan Johnson. Fulmer, scoreless 8th inning. Ground ball, left side. Long throw, it's in time. And Seager is put out to begin the ninth.
It's a pretty nice play right here. You got to go a long way to your right and throw across your body. This is basically a third baseman playing shortstop with as long of a throw as you can imagine, and he throws a dot over there to first.
So 1 out. Langford the batter, and he takes a strike. Oh, that one up the middle. Did that go off the mound? Or was that just a pop-up?
I think that was just a weak pop-up.
Langford is out on the pop-up. I thought that was on the ground initially, Chris. It's our view from the moon up here.
Oh yeah. Look at that late action just going in on Langford's hands. Like, that is some good camera work showing how difficult it can be to hit a baseball.
Well, Rangers down to their final out. Nimmo the batter, and he takes strike 1. Nimmo is grounded out to second, to third, to short, and he takes a ball here, but a challenge. Angels using that ABS pretty well tonight. Powered by T-Mobile, that is a strike. It goes back to your point earlier, a lot of ABS challenges. They seem to all be going against the Rangers these days.
I honestly don't think there's been one that's gone the Rangers' way tonight.
So they're down to their last strike again, as they were last night in the 10th inning, and this time nothing doing. Nimmo can't conjure any magic. A strikeout swinging ends this one. The Rangers shut out on 1 hit tonight. Offense just never showed up. 3-0. Angels even this series in a game apiece. A rubber game tomorrow afternoon. Let's take a break. We'll come back and wrap it up for you here in a moment.
Want to pitch like Paul Skeens?
Holy smoke. Operative word is smoke.
Or hit like this guy? Learn how to play like the pros from the pros themselves.
The secret ingredient, a whole lot of fun.
Play ball all season long, only on MLB Network. All right, so that's 1 pair of glasses.
Yep.
With prescription lenses, plus anti-reflective lens coating.
Oh.
Scratch-resistant coating.
Did I choose?
UV protection. Award-winning customer service.
That's me.
That's also me. Free returns, free exchanges, and free frame adjustments for life.
And how much more is that?
Oh, it's all included at Warby Parker.
So my glasses
are still just $95.
Oh.
Surprise! I just get excited.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Great question. Happy to help.
Rangers baseball on RSN is brought to you by Choctaw Casinos and Resorts, the official casino and resort of the Texas Rangers, and by your North Texas Honda dealers. Well, rough one tonight, 3-0 the final score, and the Rangers mustering just one hit in this bad boy, so not a whole lot to write home about from this one. The series even at a game apiece. Rubber game tomorrow then. So our Whataburger probables. Cal Quantrill will take the ball for the Rangers. Boy, he's been on a hot streak lately. Has his season ERA down to 3.13. Looking for another good one from him. And the suspicion right now is that Yusei Kikuchi will get the start for the Angels tomorrow. He has not appeared in a big league game since April. So we'll see how far the Angels try to stretch Kikuchi tomorrow. And the finale of this 3-game series. We'll have the pregame tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Tonight's game produced by Rangers Sports Network. For David Murphy and Michelle Montaigne, I'm Dave Raymond, inviting you to keep it right here. We've got a little more coverage coming up on Rangers Game Day, presented by Toyota. Maybe we'll break down that base hit. Once again, the final score tonight was 3-0 Angels.
Why go on Roe? Because 1 in 4 guys experience ED. On Roe, ED feels like no big deal. Connect with a provider to find treatment that could be right for you. 100% online.
Roe designed or curated treatments to make ED feel less stressful. There are options to fit every need, like fast-acting dissolvables or daily gummies. If 1 in 4 guys deal with ED,
then 1 in 4 guys should go on Roe.
Guys, connect with a provider at roe.co to see if you qualify.
They say it's a game of numbers, pero el flow es completamente otra ciencia. Flow mayor is where all those rhythms meet. Porque el flow no es de un solo jugador, es de un corillo entero que prende estadio. De San Diego a Santo Domingo y cada parada en el camino. Cuando estamos activos, la liga sube de nivel. Esto es Flow Mayor.
Want to pitch like Paul Skeens?
Holy smoke. Operative word is smoke.
Or hit like this guy? Learn how to play like the pros from the pros themselves.
The secret ingredient, a whole lot of fun.
Play ball all season long, only on MLB Network.
Well, after a dramatic walk-off win last night, the Rangers followed it up with a little bit of a rough performance offensively. A little bit of a rough performance, probably an understatement. The Rangers get just one hit. They're shut out by the Angels, who take down the Rangers by a score of 3-0. Alongside Elvis Andrews, Jared Sandler, happy to be with you, but not happy to talk about the Rangers getting one hit. Second time that they had a chance to face Ryan Johnson in a short period of time, a little over a week ago. they faced him. He had success against them in Anaheim. He had more success against them tonight, pitching in front of his home crowd, growing up in the area here at Globe Life Field. But what a disappointing effort offensively by the Rangers, especially. Hey, last night they only scored 2 runs, but they had opportunities. They just couldn't get the big hit. Tonight, I'm looking at the scoreboard to my left. 1 hit, not a lot of opportunities.
Yeah, I think that was very unfortunate. I mean, looking at the whole lineup, I didn't see it. There was not a game plan. I think that everybody was pretty much trying to do whatever they could on their own side. I don't see any at bat that, follow up the next guy. Everybody was doing whatever they wanted to do. And when you play like that at this level, don't matter if the pitcher has great ERA, bad ERA, they're here for a reason. That's what I saw today. I think the team needs to talk. They need to figure it out. There's no DNA right now as an offense, and I think the team needs to find ways to not only create opportunities, but be consistent day in and day out.
Well, let's bring in Dave Raymond to help break this one down. Dave, we can get into specifics, but just generally speaking, what'd you see from the Rangers offensively tonight?
Nothing.
It's fair.
It's just not a lot there. They had the hit, but it just, there was really very little threat, right? I mean, you had the one swing early by Langford that off the bat, to be honest with you, I thought it was gone, but it was, caught right in front of the wall. That was it, right? There just wasn't a ton of good contact. It's interesting to me, if nothing else, baffling perhaps, but when you watch Johnson pitching, he's got the weird-looking delivery and wind-up, but it's so weird. It strikes me as like that is what might make it difficult. At the same time, the way he opens up and is holding the ball out, it seems like hitters would have a good long look at it, but that's just theory, because those guys were up there. They can tell you what it felt like, and apparently didn't feel very good. So I don't know. I mean, you always wonder after a day like today, like how much of that was your guys just not executing, not having a good plan, not working together well as a team, whatever, and how much of it was a guy being really good. And today's one of those where it's really hard to know. For me, I can't walk away from this and say like, wow, he was this Ryan Johnson, look out. I walk away from this one just kind of scratching my head thinking, what the heck did I just watch?
Yeah, and I mean, I think you're expecting that when it's a guy that you're facing for the first time. You get it. You never faced this guy. You don't know his arm action and angles and all of that. But when you face him already, not too long ago, you should have a plan as a play, like individually and as a team. So that's the only thing that I did not like it. That a guy that you just face. You're facing him again. He doesn't have crazy staff. He just got the jerky delivery to home play. And for me, he just looked like a reliever actually started again. He was just, there was nothing in the team. They didn't have anything. Guy by guy, you didn't see any sequence, no rhythm in the lineup. And they need to find that. They need to figure it out. I mean, from top to bottom, they need to, get guys on base, put pressure, things that they did a month ago. And if they don't do that, it's going to be a tough rest of August and September.
Well, one of the things that happened, and one of the ways the Rangers got a base runner, maybe somewhat regrettably, Jake Berger getting hit by a pitch, exiting the game after that. I'm sure we'll hear from Skip Schumacher in a little bit. Jake's the team's RBI leader, and with the likelihood of facing a lefty tomorrow in Yusei Kikuchi, he's got an OPS in the mid-800s against lefties. If you're watching on TV, you see Jake getting hit. Remember, this is what really impacted his season in a bad way last year, ultimately resulted in surgery. Hopefully Jake's okay, but Dave, what do you make of what you saw and perhaps the impact of all that?
Yeah, I was almost surprised that he stayed in to run initially. You gauge those things by the way the guy reacts, and boy, that reaction just scared the life out of me. When he went down, you could just tell certain times when a guy's really, really hurting, and that one obviously hurt Jake quite a bit. He stayed in, he ran the bases, came in and played defense the next inning, but then that was it. So that's not good. I'll say this, at least they said it was a contusion. So a bruise, a bad bruise, obviously, on that wrist. You'll hope that that's all it is, because if that's a broken wrist, then you're likely to be out the rest of the year. So I'm sure everybody's just kind of holding their breath right now to get more clarity and results on exactly what did happen to him on that one. But that was that was a pretty tough scene. Yeah, a tough way to get your first base runner of the night. They didn't have many of them, and so you're not going to turn them away. But that's when I think the Rangers would. That's when you take off the hook and you throw back, because nobody wanted that one.
Yeah, and as you said, hopefully we get some good results from whatever scans are taking place, and it'd be great to see Jake in the lineup tomorrow. The Rangers certainly need him. Again, with the possibility, the likelihood of Yusei Kikuchi coming off the IL. What about the Rangers lefty, Dave? Cody Bradford getting the start. Not going to get a winning decision when your team doesn't score. What do you think about the work he did?
Yeah, I thought, that's the sad part to me, was I thought he was good. And there was a time where we commented on the broadcast that you almost felt like, just by the feel of the game, like, I don't know what happened to Cody tonight. I mean, he's losing 1-0, 2-0. Well, wait a minute. It feels like you're getting thumped by a team, but you're not. I mean, he kept him in it the whole way, and I thought it was just another really good outing for Cody. That fastball right now is just not what it used to be, and maybe he'll get a return of the velocity and that spin rate that gives him that better induced vertical break. But right now, it's just not as good. So he's pitching almost down a fastball right now. And it just shows you how good his stuff is, how clever he is as a pitcher, that he can work with that changeup, slider, and the occasional show-me fastball and carve up some of these lineups the way he does. I think to me, that's a really inspiring effort tonight out of Cody Bradford.
Yeah, I agree with you, Ray. I think he did an amazing job. Not having that fastball, right? He's not a guy that is going to blow you away. I wish he wouldn't work his changeup more early in the count, and like the first 5-6 guys. I mean, out of the 10 hits, there were like 8 hits in the first 5 guys, and I noticed they had a hard time picking on his changeup. A bunch of the hit was on the fastball. So, I think if his fastball velocity stay like this, he should use the changeup like the fastball. It will help him, because that changeup is really, really good. But I think he did a tremendous job. You always want your starters to give you 4 or 5 innings, less than 3 runs. I mean, the offense at the end needs to, wake up.
Yeah, you're not going to win many games with no runs on 1 hit. Not going to win any games with no runs on 1 hit. I think we also just came up with a new nickname for Dave. I think Elvis just called you Rain.
Right.
Hey, listen,
Rain Man.
Right. That's all good, man. Elvis, that's the thing about Elvis, man. Call me whatever you want.
Yeah. Elvis can call you Rain, no issue. I call you Rain. What are you doing?
I will jump you.
Yeah, I know.
I would be all over you.
Yeah, I wouldn't be down here right now.
Professional.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of, hold on, before you let me go, can you please? I know you're the host of the show and whatnot, but I feel like this is the time of show for the Whataburger What a Play. And I would like to introduce this, because this one really got me. I love these guys. I caught you guys several times today practicing. This was beautiful. Jared, the way you feel music, to me, is what moved me. Look at this guy. It's like he didn't even know anybody was there. Dance like no one's watching, Jared. Elvis, smooth as always, brother. You're the man.
Hey, you want to know a little behind the scenes here? I practiced 30 minutes a day for the last 2 weeks. Elvis practiced 30 minutes today. It looked like he was about to win Dancing with the Stars. It looked like I was the guy they laugh at on American Idol in the first round because they can't sing except in dancing form. Dancing, not a skill that I have.
Man, listen, though, I just have to say,
hey, what a burger play. We made it.
That's right. You guys are winners. You guys are winners, and you're winners for trying. You guys are awesome. I mean, truly. That takes some stones to get up there and do that. There is zero chance you're going to catch me doing that. So tip from up here.
Probably the most nervous I've been doing anything with RSN. Not even close.
Yeah, I don't.
It's just
doubt
not my thing. Not my thing.
Elvis, were you comfortable though?
Oh, I was good. I was good. I love. Do you know, Raymond? I love dancing. So I was.
Elvis was like trying to make up his own choreography.
I was shooting everything. I was like, pow, 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 pow.
Well, that was a thing of beauty, boys. Well done.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Well, unfortunately, we couldn't fire up the Rangers lineup. No runs, one hit. They fall 3-0. We'll hear from Skip coming up in a little bit.
Rangers Game Day on RSN is presented by Toyota. The national sales event is on now. Visit your local Toyota dealer or toyota.com today.
With a new Toyota.
What is the dumbest thing you've ever wasted money on?
I was paying for 2 subscriptions over like 3 years.
That's like $1,400,000. How'd you figure that out?
I saw an app that shows you all the monthly subscriptions you have and how much you're paying.
So what'd you do then? Just like call and cancel, or?
I have a phobia of making calls, so absolutely I did not do that. The app, you can cancel the app.
What is the app called?
Rocket Money.
Well, it's a MLB legacy project. With MLB this year, they're trying to do a volunteer project that gives 250,000 volunteer hours. So lucky enough for me that, our Boys and Girls Club is here, and, here we are today doing the volunteer work, being one of the beneficiaries during All-Star Week. It's amazing. It's about giving back.
It is our primary goal to leave a legacy behind. It's together with our fans, our players, and our clubs that we're able to make a difference.
Want to pitch like Paul Skeens?
Holy smoke. Operative word is smoke.
Or hit like this guy? Learn how to play like the pros from the pros themselves.
The secret ingredient, a whole lot of fun.
Play ball all season long, only on MLB Network.
No, not next. Pass. Don't like looking at that. No runs, one hit for the Rangers. And the Angels only had 3 runs. It was not a high bar to clear, but you see the bottom right. Rangers 0 for 9, not with runners in scoring position, but with runners on base. They didn't have a ton of base runners. When they did, they weren't able to stack hits on top of one another. They only had, again, 1 hit, and they fall by a score of 3-0. Afterwards, Skip Schumacher spoke to the media.
Hi, Skip. How would you assess the at-bats tonight as a whole?
Yeah, it was just a tough offensive day, up and down. Freeman got the hit, but, a couple walks mixed in, but just a really tough offensive performance. Johnson was really good. So we just a lot of pull-side ground balls, not too many hard hits, not hard contact, I should say. So, yeah, just a tough day at the plate.
I know you guys are trying to do everything. I think in other sports, like a head coach, right, will lean in more on the offensive side or the defensive side, depending on how things are going. Do you lean in a little bit more on the hitting and the offensive side during stretches like this?
Yeah, I think it's both. We asked for our starters to give us a shot. They did. They've been doing a great job. Cody did a really good job. Obviously, DeGrom and Gore the last couple nights have done fantastic and give us a shot, and that's all you can ask for. It's going to be tough to get any runs across with 1 run or 1 hit. So, yeah, I mean, you're involved in every department in my seat and watching it. I've said it before. It's not lack of effort or lack of work. It's just been lack of execution right now. Honestly, it's just just part of the deal. And they know it. They know where we're at in the season. So yeah, they've they'll get back to work tomorrow and try to win a series the best we can.
And do you have the latest on Jake Berger and his outlook?
Yeah, it got him good. I mean, he's pretty swollen, pretty sore. So far, the X-rays are negative. So but we'll probably get more scans, and he'll see the doctor later tonight. But it squared him up pretty good. It was pretty scary, and so pretty sore. Had a tough time, swinging the bat when he went down to see if he could still stay in. And Berger's, one of the toughest guys I've been around. So for him not to be able to go back in, you knew it was pretty sore.
I can parse up offensive struggles into different stretches of the season. But it's been a month since you've had Josh Young, and I think you're hitting .218 in that month. Is there a correlation there, and if so, what is it?
Well, yeah, you definitely miss, your third baseman that had a, 800 OPS, very consistent hitter throughout the whole year. I mean, JJ was having a very, very good year this year. To say it's all on him is not fair. We have plenty, that lineup that we threw out there today, where there was plenty up and down that should have been able to put up some runs. And, we just have some guys that, aren't feeling great at the plate right now collectively. And then, I've said it before, you hope that collectively you get hot soon, because we're going to need to. We got a stretch where we have to get going, and if we want to give ourselves a chance to play in October, I mean, the bats have to get going, and they know it. This is nothing that they don't know. There's a bunch of pros in there that have been there before, and so it's not lack of care or trying, but we got to start producing here soon.
There you go, Skip Schumacher's thoughts, and let's take a look at the wild card now. We see some scores, a couple still in progress, and neither of them go in the Rangers' favor. If the Guardians and Twins hold on, then they'll move alongside the Rangers. The Blue Jays already played, they won. The Rangers aren't going to be necessarily out of a playoff spot, but whether they hold that third wild card spot by themselves or with some company depends on those two games. Now, it is also worth noting that the Athletics are leading the Astros 4-3 in the ninth. If the Athletics hold on and win, the Rangers will remain just a game back in what the standings present, but 2 games because of the tiebreaker that is in favor of the Astros. But the Athletics, with Jacob Lopez pitching tonight, maybe going to help the Rangers just a little bit if they can hold on and beat the Astros. Skip, first of all, I'm sure there are people they're frustrated when he says, well, the other guy pitched well, but what's he going to say, right? He's not going to say anything to the contrary. You can tell, though, reading between the lines, that there's a lot of frustration, understandably so, that this team just hasn't been able to string things together and go on a run when we looked at the schedule and thought there's an opportunity. But as we always say, it doesn't matter who's on the schedule. You got to go and play. You got to do your things, and the Rangers just haven't been doing that on the offensive side.
Yeah, no, and hope is the last thing you're gonna lose, and especially from Skip. I think he's been doing a great job keeping everybody together. We can see when he gets a little irritated or come on, guy, because that's the way he plays. Keep play, at 100%. Every single night. So I think it's tough when he's not, when he's seeing lack of maybe, people not grinding or going hard every single day or letting the situation of the game take the best out of them. But it's the way it goes. So I think that they have to turn the page. I love the turn the page because in baseball, you have to have a short memory. You cannot, stay, we just got one hit. We did not hit this guy. He's already in the past. Turn the page. I don't really like to talk too much about the wild card because it's still too much game ahead, too many games ahead, and they're right there, 1-2 games. So I still believe they can win the division, but the offense needs to wake up. I think the offense needs to get going, and like we talked a couple months ago, you don't need to try to hit homers. trying to get your hits, trying to get on base, get some bunts. The offense will come. So I think that, Skip is just hoping for them to wake up. I mean, there's nothing. He already did his part playing. So I think right now he's just hoping for the best.
All right, well, when we come back, speaking of hoping for the best, we'll hear from Jake Berger, hoping for the best after he left the game after getting hit by a pitch on the wrist. Jake Berger speaks to the media next.
At Whataburger,
10 seconds, guys. Let's have a go.
At MLB Network, we're always on the move because baseball doesn't just travel, it transforms.
This is how we should do a show every day.
And we're there to meet the moment wherever the game goes. Regular season.
Welcome to Cooperstown.
All the stars are out in Atlanta, Georgia.
Postseason.
Can you believe what we just saw?
Whoa! Every season.
This is unbelievable.
This is MLB Network, the home of baseball.
It's basically you do this. Stealing is when somebody has the ball and they're going to tag the other person and somebody else takes it out of the glove.
If you want to just catch the ball, that's okay. And if you don't want to catch the ball, that's a strikeout.
Because it's fun and you don't have to be good at it, you can just play ball.
New Skechers AeroBurst, running shoes that push the laws of aerodynamics. It all starts with Skechers HyperBurst technology, supercritical foam that gives AeroBurst unbelievable response and propulsion, plus a carbon-infused H-plate that returns more energy. Skechers AeroBurst.
Rangers Game Day on RSN is presented by Toyota. The national sales event is on now. Visit your local Toyota dealer or Toyota.com today.
I don't know how you like your burgers. I like my burgers healthy. And Jake Berger left the game today after getting hit by a pitch on the wrist. Seems like, according to Skip Schumacher, maybe the scans came back favorably. We'll have to wait and see. But after the game, Jake Berger spoke to the media following a Rangers 3-0 loss.
What's the deal on your wrist?
It's pretty sore. X-rays are negative, so that's good news. It hit me right exactly where I had surgery last year. Fortunately, that wasn't a bone surgery, so it was the tendon and the sheath. So obviously, it's going to be a little sore, and it's pretty swollen. I want to be in there every single day, and when I'm come out of a game, I kind of get frustrated with it, but it felt like with the swelling in there, it felt like my range of motion was just not there for the swing, so probably the right call tonight, and go to sleep tonight, get the swelling out, hopefully be in there tomorrow.
So you stayed in initially, but you couldn't swing the bat, basically. Is that what happened?
Yeah. right after that defensive inning, came in here, kind of talked with Lucky and some of the athletic trainers, and we decided to go down to the cage and see how it felt. And you know, I just felt like it was probably going to be more of a detriment to the team, staying in there and trying to gut that one out. So, you know, it already feels better in terms of range of motion. So, you know, I can deal with a little soreness. So, hopefully, it's just a little soreness, and the range of motion's back tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, Jake Berger's in there. The Rangers are going to face Yusei Kikuchi. He's a lefty. Jake has crushed lefties this season. No Josh Young. You got Corey and Wyatt back in the lineup. Jake Berger's been such a valuable run producer. You keep him in the lineup. I know that the Rangers didn't have a lot going for them offensively tonight. I know it's been rough the last stretch of start and stop for this ball club, but the Rangers are better when Jake Berger's in there. Yeah,
they need it. I mean, he has the most RBIs. He's been clutch for the majority of the season. He's the guy. Even I don't care if he goes 0-4. I want him because every time he's out there hitting, the pitcher knows who Jake Berger is. So, I mean, at any time he can carry the team. He's done it this year. He's done it his whole career. So, you know, I just hoping that he can get the pin patch and get back tomorrow to hit a couple homers.
All right, we'll have to wait and see if he's in the lineup. What we don't need to wait for is a Rangers lineup that is going to be more productive tomorrow than it was today. And they're going to face Yusei Kikuchi coming off the IL. He's missed plenty of time, a little shoulder stuff. Numbers aren't great for Yusei Kikuchi. Rangers hopefully will take advantage. Cal Quantrill going for Texas. It's the rubber game of a 3-game series. The Rangers have the chance to win a series before a tough road trip against the teams leading the NL and AL Central. Well, the Rangers unable to set up Elvis's favorite, the possibility of a sweepy because the Angels win 3-0. But again, the rubber game tomorrow, Quantrill and Kikuchi, Rangers and Angels from the Globe.